You've worked your ass off begging for smokes on Instagram.
I think everyone is showing their behind nowadays.
Oh, no.
You're gonna need a beer that's shittier than your financial future.
I did the old blood draw deal for individual advancement of financial situation.
You're gonna need Revs roll, E-Rock. Knock one back while you get a whiff and think, what the fuck is that smell? And why is the fucking couch crusty?
Revs roll, E-Rock.
And coming soon, Revs roll E-Rock Light. Because, well, you know.
It's a failure of a logger.
Hey folks, we here at Revs Rollies care about fine quality tobacco. That's why we are introducing new Revs Pumpkin Spice Rollies.
Revs Pumpkin Spice Rollies.
It'll take you back to a time when you weren't living in abject misery and sorrow. A time when you weren't living in fear of a giant succubus.
Revs Pumpkin Spice Rollies.
And coming soon, Porkiceps. Who needs teeth?
Last time on Shanny Ball Z.
You are constantly in their ears. Why do you keep paying for them, even though they absolutely refuse to get jobs?
I'll put it to you this way, because I have to be careful about how I go about answering this. Pretty soon they're gonna have to.
Pretty soon they're gonna have to get jobs.
I turned on YouTube, I shouldn't have, and saw a G-Man video, and it had my face on it, and it was a picture of my face imposed on someone punching someone, and it turned out to be someone called Burnt Toast. I don't really know who this person is.
That's some bullshit.
I just want to go and apologize to Burnt Toast and tell Burnt Toast that I never agreed to that picture. I would never condone a picture like that. I don't condone violence. I worked very hard through therapy to correct certain violent tendencies.
You're destructive and I'm not! I'm doing everything in my power to support.
You know, most of the time I'm preaching and talking about peace and not going after people.
The brother-in-law got up in her face,
like this close to my face.
She pushed him.
I didn't push him. I took him by his shirt like this, and I scooted him out of the door, and all those injuries was caused by my door that he punched in, but the cops won't believe it because they're idiots here.
It makes me wonder if he sees me that way, like I hit people, I hurt people, and I don't.
I slapped him across the face. I didn't think it would be that hard.
I'm a pacifist. A practicing pacifist.
Next time on Shanny Ball Z.
I couldn't even swallow my own
All right. And I see we got Bucky. Hi, Bucky. Let's see. There you go. Hey, look, you gonna come here? You gonna come in here under your actual name? Then yeah, I'm gonna fuck with you, dude. But anyway, hello, guys. How is everybody? How are you doing? Oh yeah, well. Hey guys, my little mods guys in there, whenever he comes off of timeout, just have some fun with him. Just fuck with him some more. Iconic, I give you full reign to fuck with the guy. But anyway, Today, I figured that we would take a trip back in time and go back to May 18th, 2019. Oh, yes. Yes, Iconic. You feel free to take him to Petty Town. School him in the ways of Fuck Around and Find Out University. And ladies and gentlemen, yes, I have restarted my Discord, so if you guys would like to join Fuck Around and Find Out University, you absolutely can. But I will tell the trolls this, while I am well aware that there will be moles in my server, and I really don't give a fuck what you guys screenshot, I don't care. I will tell you this much, if you come in under your screen name, your actual, like, screen name from YouTube, and make it obvious that that's what you're there to do, I'm going to fuck around with you. So, just so we're all aware of this. But, anyway, we are going to go back in time to May 18th, 2019. This is just after Shanny was released from jail, after she decided to beat Rev with a fetish whip. And this is her whining and complaining and just going into histrionics over the fact that she is can no longer be with Jason, that he is under a protective order, and that he is being protected from her. So, let me just turn this down just a scotch. There we go. But, so we're going to go back in time. We're going to go back to 2019, and we're going to see how Shanny was dealing with herself after her and Jason were separated due to a protective order because she decided to beat him with a fetish whip and slap him across the face, at which she then got arrested for that. So let's go back in time, everybody. And first, before we go back in time, let's say hello to everybody who's in the chat. And as usual, you guys who are chatting are the only ones that matter. I did see Pink Star. I think she was the first one in here. She's covered up on my pinned comment. Sorry, darling. Then, of course, we got Iconic. She's in here. And like I said, I've given Iconic full permission to take Bucky to Fuck Around and Find Out University and let him fuck around and find out. Liz, hello, Liz. How you doing? 6-dropped, you little fucking shit. How dare you come in here into my chat and trigger me with those all beef patties? You fucking bitch. Love you, 6-drops. And then, of course, we got Smart Mouth Mama. Hello, Bucky. Thank you for giving my stream a view. Even though I highly doubt you're going to be able to say anything else in the stream. Because, like I said, I've given Iconic the go-ahead to take you to Fuck Around and Find Out University. Red Feather 1. Hello, how you doing, Sweet Pea? And we got Joe from Detroit. Hello, hello. Zozo Jones. How you doing? Hey, Miss Mud Duck. Hey, Party Box Gamer. Hi, guys. How are you? How are you guys doing? I am... Oh, yeah, Bucky was here. I don't know if he's still here. I timed him out. And I have given Iconic full permission to take him to Fuck Around and Find Out University. So, but if you would like to join the hallowed halls of Fuck Around and Find Out University, in the pinned comment of the chat, you will find a link. That is to my Discord. I have reformed Fuck Around and Find Out University. And hopefully I have made it bigger and better than ever. But again, I will say this much. If you're someone who is one of the trolls and one of the simps for someone who I've spoken out against, and you decide to join Fuck Around and Find Out University to try and dig some information out, first of all, you should know that I really don't give a shit, because it is in Rule 5 that people are warned, do not post anything that you do not want to get out. Because we are well aware of the fact that there will be leaks. We are well aware of it. You can come in and take all the screenshots you want. I could hardly give a fuck. However, I will say this much. If you come in to Fuck Around and Find Out University Discord, and you use the same screen name that you use to troll me in my comment section, I'm going to fuck around with you. And I'm going to have fun doing it. So, you guys have fun. Bye. Let's get this thing started. Of course, I have Shanny turned up. She is at 1.5 speed because Shanny speaks at half the fucking speed of smell. So, let's see what Shanny has to say after being separated from Jason after beating him with a fetish whip.
I'm lonely. I tried to sleep. All I was doing was tossing and turning. I still haven't had anything to eat, and just my stomach is just so fucking bad.
Of course, I will say, I will add this much about the Discord, the Fuck Around and Find Out Discord. If you do decide to join and you are a channel member, there is actually a special section of the Discord that is only for you and the admins. So if you would like to join and you are a supporter, be sure to let me know. And I will add you to the supporters, and you can go into that room and then you can talk shit about people who for some odd reason have not paid me for a membership. So there you go.
Like, I'm nothing but a big fucking pile of fucking nerves. And I'm so sad, and I want my husband so bad.
She wants her husband so bad, guys.
I need him in my life. He's all I have. And the government is, like, forcing me to be completely isolated in life.
No, Shanny, the government did not force you to go after your boyfriend with a fetish whip. The government did not force you to slap him across the face, and the government did not force you to admit that to fucking police.
And
Hi,
I
Steve
feel so
6.8.
completely isolated. And it's not healthy for me to be isolated. It's not healthy for me.
Oh, yes. All are welcome in the hallowed halls of
I need
Fuck Around
help.
and Find Out University.
But I'm feeling really sick. I can't help feeling, like, just nauseous.
No, they ain't
Sick.
married.
I really do. Like, even if I went to the hospital and they checked my heart, it's like I'm still having those sharp chest pains and the shortness of breath when I walk.
Well, I mean, that could also be due to the fact that probably at this point you were over 400 pounds. Probably getting close to that halfway mark between 400 and 500. That might be a reason why you're out of breath when you walk. Hi, Slipknotty.
And I need proper psychological care. And I can't get it here. I can't get proper psychological medical care here. And I need mental health. And
Well, I mean, even if you did have access to mental health, you sure as hell would not use it. Your parents tried to get you mental help whenever you were first given the soft, I'll call it soft diagnosis of BPD. But you refused to actually go to therapy and do anything about it. So even back then, you were sitting there saying, oh, I need mental help. But yet you never would have gotten that mental help in the first place, even if you were offered it. How do you join Discord? There's a link up in the pinned chat, in the pinned comment. All you have to do is click on that link. If you have a Discord account, you'll automatically be connected to the Fuck Around and Find Out University Discord. Yeah, it's not legal to marry Sasquatch. Hi, Raccoon Man.
Here. It was like, I need help, but I can't get my help. Does that make any sense? I'm so sick, and my stomach is just, it's awful. It's awful. I can't eat. It's like, I can't eat. I can't sleep. I need my husband. I need his arms around me. I need his kisses.
Aww,
and I can't because of a fucking sex toy.
No, you can't because you called the cops on him. That's why. You called the police to try and get him arrested. Holy shit.
Cops. Fucking idiots.
Don't worry, I'll be giving roles to everybody who's just joined.
Fucking idiots. You can't dictate how people's sex lives are like that. I need someone. Because this is not good for me to be isolated like this. This is not good for me. And if you're hearing social worker, listen, this is not good for me to be isolated. You need to fucking talk to the DA and change this shit. I need my family.
Well, Shanny, maybe... Well, Shanny, maybe... Here's a brilliant idea. Maybe if you hadn't have gotten drunk and completely lost your mind, then you would have your family. So that's just an idea. That's a little idea from me to you. From me in the future to you in the past.
You know, at the end of this, it's going to be completely dismissed. I talked to a lawyer yesterday.
Yeah, his arms don't fit around.
He said it's going to be dismissed because both parties are saying nothing happened.
Oh, no. 6 drops, you fucking bitch. You fucking bitch. Thank you for the $5. How dare you taunt me with those all beef patties. You little slut.
And no judge in his right mind is just going to listen to the DA and not listen to the parties. So, well, they're saying it's a sex toy. You can't dictate someone's bedroom antics. You can't.
No. Now, Mama Shaw tells me a lot about her sex life. And that's because I am 41 years old, and we have pretty much become in a very friendly relationship since the fact that I'm an adult and she's an adult. I have seen her come home from her little play dates that she comes from, and my mom is into the kinky scene. Most people know. And, hi, Mom Approved. How you doing, Sweet Pea? She has come home with marks on her. Never have I ever seen her come home with welts like that on her arms and legs that were definitely defensive marks. What Jason had on his arms, that wasn't just kinky play. Those were defensive marks. He was trying to block himself from getting whipped in the fucking face because you were wailing on him. That's not kinky. That's not bedroom play. That's you being abusive. And of course that thing pops up late. Thank you again for the $5, 6 drops.
Who cares if you haven't?
Yes, I can get super chats now. Woo!
It's fun. I don't know why I fucking... Well, I know why I got triggered. It's fucking stupid of me. I'm like even calling myself stupid for being triggered, and it's like, Shannon, you can't help being triggered. Like when your mental state goes off and something happens and you don't know what to do, and then you end up being arrested over your mental state when you call for like, I need help, I don't know what's going on, I need help, my mind ain't working.
No, see, one thing I do want to point out as we're listening to this is that she did several streams like this. I actually have them in a playlist on my channel, and I want to go over them a little bit later, but I'm just going over this one today. In fact, I also have the infamous one where they got the video Justice for Shanny from. She did all these videos before the FOIA request for the 911 call and the police cam footage was released. This was done like mere days after she'd been arrested. So at this point in time, she's trying to spin this narrative. And there's no way she can know that someone is going to put in a FOIA request, and not only is the police cam footage going to be released that shows that she's a complete fucking bitch and a complete fucking liar, it's also going to release the 911 call that she made to try and say that Jason was being erratic. Jason was the one that was being hostile. Jason was the one that needed to go to jail. She got into an argument with him. She physically assaulted him. And then she called the police to try and get him arrested. That's how that all played out. But she's going to try and spin this narrative that she was trying to call to get herself help. All the super chats go to the PS5 fund. Oh, well. No, they're going to go to fund my continued degeneracy. That's how that works. Hello, Carrie's missing teeth.
You got any weapons in the house? We got a whip. It's a whip. That's toy. That was the weirdest fucking questioning I ever got from a police officer. Ever. It was like, do you hit each other? Do you hit him with it? I'm like, it's a sex toy. It's consent.
No, it is only consent when both parties agree to it. If you are hitting him and he is trying to stop you from hitting him, then both parties are not consenting to it. That is the whole crux of the BDSM dynamic, is that there's trust and there's always explicit consent to activities that are happening. That's why a lot of times when people enter those relationships, they will talk to each other. Communication is a very big key in BDSM relationships. And obviously, someone wasn't communicating something, because those marks that were on Jason's arms were defensive marks.
Because that's what I'm being charged for, is hitting my husband with a sex toy. And he gave me consent to do.
Alright.
Even though he whips me with it, why didn't they...
So far, I have tried to give everyone... So far, I have used my phone to try and at least give everybody the student role. When the stream is over and I'm able to get on through my computer, I will give anybody any secondary roles that they want, so...
Arrest him.
Hi, Converse Cowgirl.
I don't fucking know. They should, instead of, like, fucking labeling it as a domestic issue, they should have labeled it as, like, a mental fucking issue. That's what the issue was. Do you know how many stressors I have in my life? Of course, I would break down.
No, you were just Converse Cowgirl. Come on now. You guys are triggering me. Why do you have to trigger me? Don't you know how messed up... I am not giving you an admin role there, Carrie's missing teeth. How dare you trigger me with those all beef patties? I am insulted.
I'm already emotionally weaker than others. Of course, I would naturally break down through time, you know?
Well, I mean, as Megara says, you know how men are. You know how men are. No means yes, and get lost means take me, I'm yours. Obviously, that's the same kind of thing that works for Shanny. Hey, Tricia Lewis, how you doing, sweet pea?
I didn't get therapy after I was raped by Chris. And all of that went down. I didn't get therapy. And I have a lot of issues that I have to deal with.
You were never raped by Chris. No. No. That was one of your biggest complaints, and actually that was one of the things that he often mentioned, was the fact that later, at least for a majority of a relationship, he didn't want to touch you. He didn't want to do anything with you. Nothing. He didn't want to have anything to do with you, with your gray twat waffle. And maybe that's why you said that Chris raped you, because you were pissed off that he didn't want to have anything to do with that gray twat waffle.
Because of this rape that I didn't deal with, I was just like on survival mode for so fucking long that I did not realize what was going on in here.
She was in survival mode when she had that,
you know,
tons of money.
But when you're moving to place not knowing where you're gonna go, then it's completely displaced.
Again, I will say that you moving from place to place is your own fucking fault. You did that. You decided to, instead of staying in a house that was already paid for, you decided that you needed to pick up your kids, uproot them, and again, for another time, because you uprooted them when you moved from Minnesota to Pennsylvania, because you wanted to go meet a guy on the internet, and you decided to take your 2 kids with you for some odd reason. You were the one that decided to uproot your family and move them from Pennsylvania to Colorado, so you could smoke yourself even more fucking retarded than you already were to begin with. Hi, Tubian, how you doing?
When you have 2 kids that you're trying to survive along with you, and having your whole...
And let's not forget that Shanny herself is a rapist. Shanny herself is a confessed rapist. Because when she first got with Jason and she made him quit alcohol cold turkey and he got the wet brain, she went on stream, and I don't know where the stream is, but so many people have mentioned it. So many people who are deep into Shanny lore. Anybody who is a longtime Shannyologist, such as like Dragnot, Mango, Burnt Toast, Jules, anybody like that, if you guys want to correct me in the comments, feel free to beat my ass. She bragged about having sex with Jason while he was in the throes of wet brain. And he was to the point when he had this wet brain that he couldn't form sentences. He could barely move on his own. He was like an infant almost. And he would have seizures too. So there was no way on God's green earth that he would be able to consent to any type of carnal relationship with Shanny at that time. But you know what her excuse was? Oh, he got hard, so he wanted it. That was her excuse. So yes, Shanny is a confessed rapist. So let's not forget that. And I saw someone sneak in here. Hello, Manuel. How you doing?
Well, you know, Chris's family and Chris and my family just completely just like, fuck you, Shannon. Fuck you.
Yeah, he could have
Because
died.
I have a fucking mental problem. And it's not right to abandon someone who...
Converse Cowgirl, god damn it. Thank you for the super sticker, but you had to pick a hamburger? Really? You guys are taunting me with those all beef patties. And yes, as Manuel says, as Manuel and Joe have both pointed out, that her dad has said before that he had to chase 15-year-old boys out of Shanny's room when she was over 18. So she was already a statutory rapist, if not, you know, a child molester, before she ever got with Jason. So there's that too.
Who has mental problems. But you government, you say I shouldn't have any can't have any contact with my husband. Well, what about spiritual contact? Because that's not going away. Because I'm constantly feeling him in my soul, hearing his voice.
That would be delusions. That would probably be the voices in your head.
You've been feeling his embrace, and I know it's spiritual because we used to do it when we had our long-distance relationship. So even if we can't talk together, we still feel each other.
So is this like a soft acknowledgement that yes, you did emotionally cheat on your husband with Jason? Because it wasn't too long after you got divorced from Chris that you went to be with Jason. It wasn't too long. It was less than a year, I want to say. Oh, thank you for the super sticker and fucking... Oh, I love that Shiba. I love the Shibas. They're so cute. But, oh, thank you for the super sticker again, Converse Cowgirl. I'll take the ice cream. Thank you. But, yeah, men can get hard even if they're unconscious. It's a reaction to stimulus to the body. You could get a man in a coma to have an erection if you play with his dick hard enough. You can get him an erection if he's in a coma. So, yeah, there's no way that... And there was no way that Jason could have given any kind of consent. So Shanny here, every single time she screams that somebody has raped her, honestly, I think she's projecting. Because she herself has done it before.
I don't care if anyone believes me or not, it's fucking true.
Hi,
Because we're
Thulian.
soulmates. We were created in the same mold, but, you know, kind of opposite spectrums.
Hello, Swedish Wolf.
Whatever, even though we're fucking both fucking crazy and we need fucking help. Which CPS will help us with. Thank God. The CPS are angels right now.
Yes, you come for the shit posting, you stay for the education. Education with Shaw.
Like... I'm glad though talking to that lawyer, and he's like, most likely it's gonna be dropped because both parties aren't cooperating.
Oh, you're fine, QTC. You're much like a wizard. You're never late. You always show up right when you mean to.
Like, I don't know how the government can do that, is make up a made-up scenario when both parties are saying that didn't happen. And they're blaming it on I don't know how that fucking happens.
Oh, that's in another stream, Red Feather.
And even
we'll
if they
cover
say
that
having
stream.
sex with is probable cause.
No, what was probable cause was the fact that there were marks on Jason. And they weren't like regular kinky sex marks. No, they were defensive marks on his arms and legs, which means she was obviously trying to block you from hitting him with that crop. And I'm not going to call it a whip anymore because it's not a fetish whip. It's a fucking crop. It's a riding crop. That's what it is. And you also admitted to the police that you slapped him across the face. And again, I will say this, I will clarify again for those of you who are just coming in. She made this video, she made these series of videos, and they're all on the same date. So she did like a shit ton of videos, shit ton of live streams, all on the same date from this hotel room that Jason set her up in. She made all these before the 911 call and the police camera footage came out. So at this point in time, she's trying to spin this narrative because she doesn't think that there's going to be any way for anybody to be able to find out what actually happened.
I mean, they didn't collect this for evidence, so it's like, you don't even collect the evidence. And yet you say this is what happened, and I tried to get some sleep. I put my head on my pillow at 8, and I cannot sleep. My stomach is just, ugh.
Well, I mean, I can understand why you can't sleep. I mean, I'm pretty sure that you were not allowed to take your CPAP with you to jail.
I'm heartbroken. I know what it is. I felt this way before. It was the same way I felt when Chris left me. Heartbroken. Beyond heartbroken. You know, I couldn't sleep then either. Or eat.
Oh, please. There were plenty of streams, and you guys can go find them on the Fundy Archive and Fat Courtney Love. There were plenty of streams where you were chowing down on food. Don't even start that bullshit. Yeah, you may have been a little sad, you may have been a little depressed that your emotional relationship with Jason wound up getting you divorced from your husband. While you continue to deny the fact that you did have an emotional affair. But there are tons of fucking videos out there of you chowing down. So, don't tell me that you can't eat. Hi, 21! 21 VTubes in the chat! Woo!
Because I'm a borderline.
4 years and 7 moles
What comes
ago.
with the territory with borderline is every emotion is hard. So, if I love hard, and I love with every part of my being.
Now, I can't say much about borderline personality disorder. I would really, I need to give Sam I Am the links to these videos because she would be the one that would be able to tell if something is a borderline trait because she herself has borderline. So, I would really love to get these to Sam I Am and have her react to them. Maybe I will later date. But, no, you love control. That's your thing. You love to have control. And right now, you don't have control over Jason because the government is keeping you apart due to a protective order. Because in many states, when it comes to instances of domestic violence, the person who was assaulted or the person who is the victim of the domestic violence often does not have to press charges. Usually the state will press charges. That's usually how that happens. Because they understand that a person who is suffering from domestic violence or really any type of abuse is going to be hesitant to go against their abuser. Because they have been gaslit and they have been abused to the point where they honestly think they deserve it. They honestly think they must have done something to deserve it. Or, you know, in the case of a lot of kids who get abused, they often don't know any better. They often don't know any other life than living under the constant abuse. So a lot of states, if it's a instance of domestic violence, they don't need the victim to press charges. The state itself will press charges.
So, you know, my emotions are always like this, you know, up here. So imagine what love is like with me when I feel love. You know, so if like I love, I really love. There's not. I'm so black and white when it comes to my emotions and how I feel. It's like there is no, you know, middle with me and emotions. It's just black and white. It's like black or white. You know, so it's like because of that. I don't know. I know I have some appointments next week. I just want this fucking restraining
Oh wait,
order
I forgot
so I
our
can see
Lord
my
and Savior.
husband.
My bad. There he is.
I need him so much. I need him so much.
Thank you for reminding me, Smart Mouth Mama. We need our Lord and Savior.
And this isn't good for me. This is not mentally good for me. This is not good for me at all. Because I don't like being alone. Because bad thoughts happen when I'm alone. So it's like...
Well, I mean, maybe you should have thought about that before you decided to assault your boyfriend. And then call the cops to try and get him arrested. I mean, maybe you should have thought about that. I mean, who am I talking to? This is Shanny here. She has absolutely no concept of consequences and actions.
I'm lonely. And I need my partner. I need my soulmate.
She is this torn up about being separated from Jason. And mind you, I believe at this point they had only been together like maybe 2 or 3 years. Maybe 2, maybe 3. I'm not exactly certain. I'd have to look at the timeline again. But she is this torn up about being separated from Jason. But again, compare it to the stream she did when she announced that her children had been taken by CPS. Just think about this next time you go watch that stream and see how upset she is and how histrionic she's being and how much she's trying to choke back those fake tears. And then think about the stream where she announced that her kids are being taken by CPS.
And I think that's Chris's biggest problem is he knew we were soulmates because we just had this like...
Oh, thank you QTC for reminding me. I'm going to read this because if I had to see it, the rest of y'all have to hear it. They came at the same time while he was in jail. They're soulmates, y'all. I know, they're soulmates.
Spiritual connection that it's I've never had such a strong spiritual connection with another human being.
Yeah, she's only throwing a fit because
literally.
She's only throwing a fit now because it was determined that she was not the victim of the domestic dispute. It was actually Rev who was the victim. So she's trying very, very hard to make herself the victim. And we are actually going to move our Lord and Savior over here. That way he can have fun over here in this corner. That way he's not just completely over Shanny. There we go. That ought to do it.
I'm pretty sure he's watching me right now because I can feel him. I can feel him. Like, I feel like he's like right by my side right now. And he has his hand on my thigh and he's just sitting there. But I know he's not physically there. It's just like I can feel him. And we've always felt each other. It's so weird. We've always like felt each other like how we felt and stuff. And I remember it's like he calls me up and he's like, "Did you just feel this way?" I was like, "Yeah, oh my gosh." And like it's a God thing. But God has put together, let not man tear asunder. And man right now is trying to tear that asunder, what God has put together, and it's not going to work. Because I know my Lord Jesus Christ, and I know he was just giving me a fucking spanking. And I know what this...
No, it was more like you were giving Jason a spanking that he did not want.
This is a spanking, because I did not listen to him. I didn't listen to him, and I did something stupid.
Yeah, you took your recovering alcoholic boyfriend to a brewery for lunch. You both had drinks, and then you both got drunk at a movie theater, and then you drove home with kids in the car while you were fucking drunk. But it wasn't God giving you a spanking. It was you giving Jason a spanking that he did not consent to, and so that is domestic violence.
And it ended up having a panic attack over something fucking stupid. And I'm not proud of myself over it.
Yeah, she's not complaining about being away from the kids.
But
just Rev. Just Jason.
And then you have like these dumbass people like complaining to me about G-Man. I don't give a fuck about G-Man right now. Okay, let me put that straight. I do not give a fuck about G-Man. There is way more important things in my life right now than that moron. Okay, if he wants to be on me and be the ass and not get over shit, I don't fucking care. I just don't care anymore.
There's more
He can go
important
eat an egg.
things, like that baby
You know?
carrot dick. She needs that baby carrot dick, y'all.
I don't know how his channel got taken down or anything. I don't know what the fuck happened. I didn't even watch Drag's video because it's like I tried to watch like it was just briefly like the Drag's music at the start of it. I tried, and I just started getting chest pains, and I was like, fuck this. I'm not gonna stress myself out over this shit. I don't fucking care. It's not fucking funny anymore. It's not entertaining. All it's doing is stressing me out. Fuck G-Man. He wants to continue to be an asshole to me, an unforgiving asshole, an unforgiving, vengeful asshole. That's fine. He can go ahead and do that. I don't fucking care. He can go, bitch, I'm not listening because there's more important things in my life than hearing that man fucking bitch.
Yeah, like your impending case for domestic violence. Yeah, it's a pretty big case. But yeah, just like Red Feather pointed out, you notice that pretty much throughout this entire stream, and I will admit I haven't watched the whole thing. I've watched a little bit of it, but pretty much throughout most of the stream, if not the entire stream, most of what she's complaining about is being away from Jason. She's not complaining about being away from her kids. She could give two shits about her fucking kids. She doesn't care. And it wasn't a fear of being alone. It wasn't the anxiety of not having Jason next to her. Which, yeah, there was anxiety. But it was because she was afraid that if Jason spent any type of time alone without her, then he would break through the control that she had established over him. I have no doubt in my head. That's probably one of the big reasons why she won't let him get a job. One of the big reasons why he won't get a job is because she has hammered into his brain that she needs him at the house at all times or she's going to go nuts. And now she's using, quote-unquote, physical disability to further secure him to her. She is afraid of losing control over Jason. That's her only fear going on right now.
Next time, don't lie to someone, G-Man. Get the fuck over it and be a fucking grown man. Stop acting like a child. Tired of it.
I have no idea what she's going on about G-Man about.
Man, when this case is dismissed, and it's going to be, the lawyer I talked to said it's 99% they're going to dismiss it. So, I say that's pretty good marks for me. But unfortunately, with the legal system, everything's a fucking process. And it takes a long time. And though I'm here in the beautiful Embassy Suites Hilton, and living in luxury, it's still not good enough.
I'm not drunk.
Because it's not the love of my life. Because I'd rather live in a tent or a hovel and have him than have all the luxuries and not have him.
Well, I mean,
I don't care about my...
Hi, Shanny. I'm from the future. I'm from the year 2023. That is essentially your life now. You are living by the good graces of Rev's uncle in his house. And the only person that is in your life now is Jason. That's it. You have gotten your wish. You're now living in abject poverty. But you have the man of your dreams right there next to you.
I never have. I just want my husband. I just want my husband. You know, and our relationship, believe it or not, isn't about sex. No, even though we do like having sex with each other, it's more like, I don't know, our sex life is fun. We like to explore, you know. We like to learn new things about sex, I guess, with each other. And I like that. I like that. You know.
I don't want to know about your fucking sex
Austin's
life.
what's the heart fonder, and I know him. He's going to be loyal, you know. I'm the only woman he's ever been with, you know. And I just think of a man, and
knowing what I know now, and knowing what I know over the years since 2019 to 2023, he really should have just stayed with Rubber Mary.
This is how much of a beautiful man he is. This is how beautiful and romantic. And just how precious his heart is, and how much he does love me. There was a girl in his life that he had he felt feelings for, right? It was the only other girl other than me he had feelings for.
Nadia!
And she gave him one peck on the lips, and he would obsess about that for years as a token of like his undying love to this girl. And I don't know. I just find that.
Oh, please. We all know he wanted to get into those transgender genes. We all know. He was fully infatuated with Nadia. Fully infatuated. The shit that he would say to Nadia when he was drunk. I mean, I wasn't there for that, but I've heard stories. And yeah, he definitely had feelings for Nadia.
So romantic. Like, all those years just thinking about one pack. I mean, imagine.
Oh, fucking hell, Redfeather. Rev had to study mountain climbing before he could even do anything with Shanny. Oh, that's a good one. That is a definite good one.
How he feels about me. I gave him more than myself. You know, so I know I'm okay with a loyalty with him because of that aspect. Because I know once that man falls in love, it's true. And he's very loyal to that person, regardless if they're with him or not. He's still loyal to them. And I find that beautiful that he does that. And he has that beautiful heart. Hi, Gretchen. I'm heartbroken. I miss my husband. I miss Jason so much. But
you're not married.
At the same time, it's like I spiritually feel him next to me. So it's like, it's kind of comforting, but at the same time sad. It's like I feel him. I know he's there.
Even spelunking.
And I know he's working as hard as he can on his side to get back with me. Because he was up.
Now, Raccoon Man, Rev is into lady boys, torsos, and sentient mattresses stuffed with mayonnaise. That's what he's into.
The courthouse before I was today. You know, I saw him at the courthouse walking, and then I saw him walking. I was like, oh, my love. And it took everything in me not to run and hug on him. Everything in me.
Well, I mean, there is a lot in you, so I imagine that it wasn't exactly as hard as you make it out to be.
I'm sad for the boys. The boys, they're fine. I've been talking to them all night.
She's so dismissive of the children. She is in a hotel by herself. Jason has the boys. She is so dismissive about the children. She's like rolling her eyes when anybody mentions the kids, wondering how the kids are doing handling all this shit. And she is so dismissive of them. And then she wonders why everybody calls her a shit parent.
They're okay. Thank you, Gretchen. I need prayers. I need a lot of prayers. This is so stupid. How I'm being charged for a sex toy.
You're not being charged with a sex toy. You're being charged with domestic violence. Because even though a sex toy can be used in a kinky way to do kinky sex with, you were not using it in that manner. You were using it as a weapon. And then you also admitted to slapping Jason across the face. But again, I cannot expect you to actually, you know, confirm that. Because you made these videos before the police footage and the 911 call was released. So you were trying to spin a narrative.
The boys are fine, and I'll tell you what. One of the main reasons I'm leaving the boys with Jason is so he doesn't have to be alone. Because I know this is probably a lot harder on him emotionally. So I'm basically leaving the boys there so he can have some emotion.
No, you're leaving the boys there to basically be an anchor for you. Because if he has the children, there will always be one part of you that will be there in that house, and it'll be those two children. That's it. It's the only reason why you're leaving the boys in there. You also want them to be your little spies and to tell you if Jason does anything that he shouldn't. So that way, whenever you get back home, you can be able to punish him for it. Because we all know that when Shanny gets angry, Shanny gets slappy.
Emotional support. Because he needs it. You know, I've been alone before.
Hi, Teddy Bear.
Even though it hurts, I can handle it.
Hey, Teddy. Inquiring Minds, in other words, Bucky, who was in my chat earlier, and I kind of gave him the timeout hammer and told Iconic to have fun with him if he ever comes back. People want to know, how did everything go today? I would love to know, how did everything go today? Please let everybody know. I would love to know how everything went. Obviously, you're not in jail, so I imagine that things went pretty well.
I'm a fucking phoenix. I always fucking rise from the ashes. And yes, this is a humiliating thing, and it's embarrassing, and I'm very open about it. But you know what? I'm so open about everything else. Why should I not be open about this? You know. Yeah, I'm being okay. I'm being charged with 3rd-degree assault because the cops is using our sex whip as evidence as abuse. And we barely use the thing. It's mostly like he like snapping it on the freaking bed most of the time. You know, and we've used it on each other, but who cares? It's no one's fucking business. We did. And it's like the cops were just interrogating us. And trying to find any reason. And all I needed was some fucking mental treatment. And I didn't get it. Yeah, they're saying that my whip is a dangerous weapon, and I used it on him. Sex slave.
All right, keep him wondering. Hi,
It's wrong to
Sydney.
go to someone's house when they ask for your help, and you try to interrogate them and try to force violence out of people.
No, they weren't trying to force violence out of you, Shanny. They were trying to figure out what the fuck was going on. Because you were acting like a crazy lady. You were trying to make it seem like Jason was the one who was the abusive one in the relationship when it was actually you. Hi, Randomly Ignored. How you doing, Sweet Pea? Yeah, we'll just have to keep them wondering, won't we, Teddy? I mean, obviously, you didn't go to jail, so things didn't go that bad. They were banking on you going to jail. They were banking on you going to prison, but I guess... Oops.
The support you need still hasn't been addressed. No, it hasn't. It has not been addressed at all. And I've asked the government. I need help mentally.
Alright, we are now almost an hour in, so I'm going to take this moment to actually shill, because I am a soulless little bitch, and you guys are my little minions. If you guys will notice that down in the bottom of the chat, there is a new little icon that popped up in my last stream, and it looks like a little $sign. If you have noticed that there are some people that have actually sent me super chats. So you can actually send me super chats, and you can actually get memberships now. And there is a special section of the new Fuck Around and Find Out University Discord that is specifically for the supporters of this channel who have bought memberships, so that way you guys can sit around and talk shit about people who are too poor to afford to get into that section. So if you guys would love to send me a super chat or to join my channel as a member, I would greatly appreciate it. Even though I don't do this for money, I'm just doing this because it'll piss people off. That's alright, Smart Mouth Mama. Nobody's under any obligation
I need
to give
mental
me money.
help. I don't need to go through legal problems. I need to be able to get over my PTSD. I need to be able to cope through it. I need counseling for rape. I need rape counseling. Because if something that was, you know, loving and fun turned into something that it shouldn't have been, and me fucking freaking the fuck out and not even remembering what the fuck I freaked out over.
That might be because you were fucking drunk. I mean, you were hammered during that incident. If you guys want to go back and watch the previous stream that I did where I did cover Shanny's first arrest video from Rumor Research Lab, who was a fantastic person who put it up in the form of a movie, then you will be able to see that she was completely hammered at Detective Pikachu. So, you were probably blackout drunk.
I don't even remember what happened, to tell you the truth. I don't really remember what happened, other than I freaked out and I lost it. That should have been their first order of business. I know! I need mental help. I need a counselor. I need counsel. I need mental counsel. I don't think there's anything wrong with asking for that.
She is so hard trying to make
Well,
herself
I'm
out
in
to
jail,
be a
not given
victim.
treatment, increasing PTSD. Exactly.
She's definitely trying to make herself out
Quick
to
Draw
be a victim.
McGraw, is that you, Dad? Is that you? Because my dad is called Quick Draw McGraw. So, I'm not stupid.
No, Shanny, Quick Draw McGraw is a Hanna-Barbera cartoon. That's a Hanna-Barbera cartoon character. It just so happened that he had the same last name as your dad. Your dad was probably nicknamed after that character. Holy shit. Oh, yes. Yes, thank you, randomly ignored. Forgot we could pay you to pay attention to us, and thank you for bringing Sam I Am to us. She is hilarious. Both of you make work bearable. Aw, thank you so much, randomly ignored. I'm happy. I'm happy with my little kiddo. I'm happy with my little kiddo. I love Sam. Sam is so cute. She is so adorable. And it's really nice to be able to get to see someone react to Shanny who is not aware of her lore and who is just now jumping into the rabbit hole that is Shanny for Christ. It's kind of refreshing to see that from somebody. And to be able to also see it from the eyes of someone who has borderline personality disorder, who has been through a lot of shit in her life, who has been abused, who has been an actual sex worker, who has suffered from drug addiction, who has suffered from so much shit and has made herself better. It is so nice to be able to see someone like that react to Shanny and to be able to learn about her. So I really do love Sam.
I love my dad. I wish I could talk to my dad. I need someone in my life. I need someone to talk to. And you know, I can talk to my children. It's beautiful, but it's like, I can't talk to them about my problems.
Well, I mean, Shanny, you might have had your family if you hadn't spent years talking shit about them on the internet and accusing them of horrific abuse to you. You might have had family members to talk to, and you might have had friends to talk to if it wasn't for the fact that you were in the habit of using them as your personal ATM.
I mean, this is so fucking wrong. To being judged over a sex toy.
She's an immense cavern.
What it was PTSD from fucking rape. And it's not Jason's fault that I was triggered, and it's not my fault that I was triggered. It just happened.
No. Alright, that thing pops up so late. Thanks, Streamlabs, for that late one. No, it was not triggering because you guys were having kinky sex. No, you got into a fight. You decided to become violent with him. And you went after him with a weapon. I'm sorry, but while a riding crop or a fetish whip can be considered a bedroom toy or a sex toy in certain circumstances, the circumstances that you used it in qualifies it as a weapon. You went after Jason with a weapon. You smacked him with a weapon. You confessed to slapping him across the face. That's not you being triggered by kinky sex. That's you getting into a fight, deciding to get it physical, and then you called the cops to try and get Jason arrested so that way you could feel like the uber victim. And now you are just desperate to make yourself sound like the uber victim again.
And I wish people would understand that about mental illness. It's not them doing it on purpose.
Oh, QTC, I did explain, I've explained a few times during the stream. She did these streams, and there's like a bunch of them. They were all done on the same day. She did these streams before all of that came out. So, at this point in time, it was just after the incident happened. I believe she was out of jail for maybe a day when she started doing all this shit. So now she's trying to spin the narrative that the cops arrested her because they had a kinky sex toy.
Someone who cares, okay.
Yeah. Baja Blast.
It is a nightmare, but so is my life. It's just always one fucking fucked up thing over another. It's always some bullshit thing, too. Some random fucking bullshit thing that doesn't mean anything. Well, I'm going to be talking to a social worker on Monday. She'll be coming here to the hotel. And I'm seriously going to be discussing and getting into programs and stuff.
Well, I mean, if it makes you feel any better, Smart Mouth Mama, I was the person that sent her second ever super chat. So that makes two of us.
You know, me and Jason, I know, both want to do anger management. So something like this doesn't happen again.
She, spoiler alert for those of you who are unaware, she does actually wind up going into court-ordered therapy, so...
I don't think a judge is going to buy that story. A sex toy triggered PTSD. Well, if both parties are saying that's what happened, the judge, it doesn't matter what they believe. If both parties are saying that nothing fucking happened and it was me needing fucking help, the judge has to believe what the fuck we say. They can't fucking believe a fucking story where both parties are saying nothing fucking happened. It was a sex toy. So, it doesn't matter what the judge believes, it's about evidence. And the fact that both parties are saying nothing happened.
Now, I will say, I believe that it was actually a lack of evidence and Jason's refusal to testify against Shanny that actually led to the case being dismissed. Like I said, I am unsure. I'm just going with what I can vaguely remember, and you have to remember that I have the memory of a goldfish. So it's surprising that I can remember something that happened like 5 minutes ago, let alone years ago. So like I said, if anybody who is a seasoned shanologist comes across the stream and you wish to correct me, you feel free to do that, whether you're watching it live or you're going to watch it on the replay. If you want to correct me in the comments, feel free. But I do believe the case got thrown out for lack of evidence and because Jason refused to cooperate with the police.
They should have those connections to good services. I'm hoping. I want to go back into dialectic behavior therapy. I also think it might be good for me and Jason to do couples therapy, just so we can even further have a little bit more interpersonal coping skills. Why am I charged with third-degree assault and domestic violence? Because I like to spank my husband with a sex whip. And he is consenting to it. And he does the same to me.
But out of the two of you that night, Jason was the only one that had any type of marks on him. You claim that he smacked your arm, but there were no marks on there. He was the only one that night that was found to have any type of physical marks on him from any type of altercation. And yes, as Red Feather says, remember that I can't remember. But yeah, he was the only one to have any type of marks on him. And those were not kinky play marks. I have seen kinky play marks. Okay? I have seen them. They do not look like that. Mama Shaw's come home with, marks from her little play dates, and they have never been like what Jason had on his arms and legs, because those marks look like when someone throws their hands up over their face to keep themselves from being hit in the face with a weapon. Those were defensive marks, Shanny. Those were not kinky play marks. And he was the only one that had any marks on him. That's why you were the one that was arrested and you were the one that was determined to be the aggressor. But now you are trying to desperately spin it to make you the uwu victim.
You call 911, that should show you're not guilty. I call 911 saying, I need help. I don't know what's going on. My husband, I need help. I need help. I'm not doing well. I don't know what's going on. I remember just saying that I need help. Like, I was not mentally in here. I was not good. I needed help.
Oh, thank you, Smart Mouth Mama. Yes,
all it did was
life
teach me never to rely on 911 or any government services. Because what a fucking bullshit fabricated story.
It was not fabricated.
You were having panic attacks, exactly. Then the police turned up and saw, oh, get the fuck off my page. Don't fucking do that shit to me. They didn't see him assaulted. He kept telling the police, she didn't do anything to me. What are you doing? Stop. I'm not pressing charges on her.
Again, I will reiterate that in most states, they do not need the victim to press charges in order to separate the parties. If one person is determined to be the aggressor based on the evidence and the testimonies that are gathered at the scene, that aggressor, if they have nowhere to go, will be arrested. The state also does not need the victim's consent to press any type of charges, to bring any type of case to court. They don't need the victim's consent. They don't need the victim to press charges. The state themselves will press charges when it comes to instances of domestic violence.
It doesn't matter. We're pressing charges. Why?
And now Six drops super chats me.
Bullshit.
Hamburgers to trigger me.
And bad
Fucking
policemen
bitch.
work. Who did not listen to a woman who was going through fucking panic attacks. The ambulance even was there at the house and was like, she's going through a panic attack. The fucking ambulance was saying I was having a panic attack.
No, they didn't, Shanny. And again, like I said, she did all these videos before the body cam footage and the 911 call was released via a FOIA request, which stands for Freedom of Information Act request. She did not... There was no way she could ever know that these body cam footage and this 911 call would be released to the public. There's no way she could know. And then when it did get released, she decided to do one of her famous suicide baitings. So, yeah, there's that. But, yeah, no. That's not how it happened, Shanny. Oh, God, I love being from the future with this dumbass bitch.
They have quota. I think that's what it is. I think that's what it is. It's all about the fucking quota. It wasn't about doing the right thing or getting a woman who needed fucking mental health help.
God damn it.
Get off, Moosey Goose. I don't talk to you. You're just a troublemaker.
Randomly ignored 84. God damn it. You are triggering me with those damn all beef patties. Come on now. I can't stand hamburgers. Can't stand hamburger emojis. Come on now. Stop fucking triggering me.
I don't like you. I want supportive people on my page, not people who are going to interrogate me. I don't give a fuck if it sounds unbelievable that a woman who's been raped 7 times would be triggered by sexual events. I don't think it's that uncommon for women to be triggered by sexual events after being raped 7 times.
You're raped 7 times? 7 times. Now, there is one instance that happened when she was like 16 years old. Her mom has talked about it before, stuff like that. I do believe that happened. However, I don't buy the whole 7 times thing. Because Shanny strikes me, especially as she gets older and into the later years, especially nowadays, Shanny strikes me as someone who would say that someone had raped her just because she didn't like them. I mean, she was saying that, you know, all the trolls and all the people that talk about her, they're mentally raping her. Yeah, you give me monies, but still, don't trigger me with the fucking hamburgers. This is not okay. Okay, now at this point, I believe that someone had called a wellness check to her. So what she's doing is she's actually answering the door to the police.
No, I don't want to go. I hate you guys. You're right, my life. Damaging my parents. Evil bastards.
Fuck you, Smart Mouth Mama. And since Smart Mouth Mama sent in that $2 super chat, I would like to also remind that everybody in the audience that read that super chat that you too have lost the game.
Okay, which one of you son of a bitch called the fucking police? Fucking help. Not like I want to get fucking help from them. I told them straight to their face. I hate you guys. I don't trust you. I want nothing to do with you guys. I don't trust the police. What you guys did to me? Fuck you guys. I said that straight to their fucking face and they're like, okay, we're leaving. And cops. Pigs. You're pigs.
Oh, she's gonna get started on the cops.
Whoever called the cops.
Oh boy.
I figure it's probably the Holy Spackle because she's a cunt like that. Oh yeah, I'm saying that, Holy Spackle. I see you talk shit about my kids. And why are you so obsessed about my kids anyway, Holy Spackle? You some kind of child molester or something? Some kind of pedophile? Because I see you.
Really? Oh, yes, this was also a hallmark of Shanny, and it continues to be a hallmark of Shanny. Anybody that came up really late. Again, thank you for the super chats, guys. You guys are fantastic. This is another hallmark of Shanny. If anybody expresses any kind of worry or concern about the children, she accuses them of being pedophiles and child molesters. Because you can't just have a concern about kids. You can't have a concern about her behavior and how it affects the development of her sons. You can't have that unless you want to fuck them.
Always talking about my sons. How about you mind your own fucking business? I mean, my fucking stop being a fucking pedo. Okay, bitch? That's insane. Why won't they leave you alone? Because I'm a TI, MK Ultra. Pretty sure of it now.
She is a targeted individual, everybody. She is a TI.
Being harassed. Are you okay? What do you think? I'm okay. I don't fucking trust you. Get the fuck off here. You're looking at me like I don't trust you. I want nothing to do with you, police. I don't trust you. Fucking throw me in jail over some bullshit fucking concocted story. Fuck you and your fucking corruption, Boulder Beatty. Fuck you. Yeah, I'm being harassed by the police. You know how fucking weird that is? I need help. I hope Jesus comes soon. I hope he comes soon. You know, I hope he just whisks us away and just burns all of them.
Hey, Aaron W. Yes, this is a classic Shanny episode of the theshaofthirst streams. This is from 2019. This is just after the arrest video. This is just after she got arrested for smacking around Jason with a fetish whip. So that's probably why she looks thinner. Still got those big old arms, though.
That's just how I feel. And there's nothing else. There's no other way I can feel other than I want Jesus. I want nothing to do with this world. And it's not me being suicidal. It's a very Christian type of thinking, actually. I hate this world. For insane times, exactly. And I have been. When I slept for 4 hours, I was like, where was I? I had psalms on, trying to sleep. You know, I tried to watch like Peter Mon and like the James Charles shit and all that drama, and I couldn't take it any harder. I was like, okay, this is just too much for me to take. I can't watch that.
Her crinkle heart was hurting,
I tried to watch Drag City. No, too much stress. Can't take it. Can't take it. I don't know how to calm down and relax. Because I was re-put into fucking survivor mode, and it's like, when I get put in survivor mode, I'm on until it's all over.
You're in a fucking hotel room. You're in a Hilton hotel room. While it doesn't, from the back, it doesn't look like it's probably an older Hilton hotel room. But you're in a hotel room. Being paid for by somebody else. Yeah, you got arrested because you were a stupid fucking cunt. But you're in a fucking luxury hotel room and you're in survival mode, okay?
And that's not good. When I'm switched on like this. It's not good.
Oh no, Aaron has switched over to fucking Twitch. Well, hello from Twitch there, Aaron.
Then I'm in survivor mode.
What are you talking about better emotes, man?
Bible. Look. They're literally,
good fucking emotes. No. Like, you can emote me, you can do the flying spaghetti monster, you can do a rainbow, and you can do the Olive Garden
Bible
logo.
in this hotel room. I don't think they do that anymore.
Come on now. I got great emotes. Fuck you.
I need to buy a Bible. I need a Bible. You know, you'll see me just constantly be reading from that Bible, dude. Maybe an atheist threw it out. That's funny. Thank you for the laugh. was a good one. Thank you.
What was so funny about that? They're saying maybe an atheist threw it out. What was so funny about that? I mean, sorry, I had some chili. I had some of my delicious chili before I came on stream. But yes, thank you, randomly ignored. But I just don't understand what was so funny about that comment. Like, maybe an atheist threw it out. Okay, maybe someone stole it. You don't know. Maybe they just didn't put a new one in there after the last occupant. Maybe it was damaged in some way and had to be thrown away, and they just haven't replaced it yet. But no, you don't need a Bible, Shanny. What you need is fucking Xanax. Maybe some more alcohol. Get drunk, bitch.
Thank you guys for being there for me and helping me through this. I need someone. And I know it's of me and a bunch of whining and stuff, but you know what? It's me. When I go through problems, I do nothing but whine and cry and act like a big baby.
Oh, she acts like a big baby.
Because I'm borderline. I have emotional regulation disorder, and when I'm sad, I'm really sad. When I'm happy, I'm really happy.
Aw.
Oh, I miss my Jason. I miss my Jason.
She misses her Jason.
I could see him. I know him. He's probably like smelling everything of mine right now. He loves to smell me. I know it sounds weird, but it's true. You know, and I don't have any makeup or anything. I don't even have my Lush products that I like to use, you know, because usually I wear Lush, or I use Lush products, so I'm like smelling like roses.
There we go.
A bunch of beautiful, fancy flowers. Lane. I smell like Lane. I miss my Lane.
No, I highly doubt you smell like any of that. I'm pretty sure none of those Lush products that you bought in the $365 haul got used.
You know, and orchids. I like orchid scents, like roses, orchids, Lane. That's how I usually smell. I smell like a freaking rose. And I guess the shampoo and stuff here, it's like this lemon verbena. The hotel shampoo is not bad. I like how it makes my hair feel.
Yeah, probably because that's the first time you washed it in months.
But
I mean, we saw how nasty your hair looked in the rest video, Shanny. You hadn't washed it in a while. So, yeah, your hair probably feels amazing after you washed it after a couple of months.
It's still not Lush products.
Don't worry, randomly.
Don't
worry, randomly ignored. You're part of our Olive Garden family. So, when you're here, you're family. And we will give you all of the endless breadsticks that you could ever need.
Use Lush products. We know exactly what I'm talking about. Like, once you use Lush for your skincare, hair care, even teeth care, you really don't want to go back.
Bitch, we have seen your teeth. There's no way you're doing any type of dental care with any type of product.
Yeah, because it's just, first of all, everything's organic. And there's no chemicals in their products. So it's all like, it's basically, most of it is edible. All the skin and hair products you get at Lush. So it's like,
it's actually kind of funny that she mentions this, because there's a YouTuber that I watch on YouTube. Her name is Sophia Nygaard. Absolutely love Sophia. Sophia does fantastic content. But one of the things that she likes to do is she likes to create Franken products of different types of items. She's combined like several eyeshadow palettes. She's combined lip gloss. She's combined lipsticks. She's also done Lush soap. And she actually has this weird thing where she wants to eat everything. And I hate to tell Shanny this, but even though the soaps might be organic, in order for it to lather like it does, it has to have a chemical that is known as lye in it. That is the way that they do the saponification. Even people who make cold processed soap from scratch have to use a combination of lye water and oils. And that's how the saponification works. Lye is extremely toxic. That's why you're not supposed to eat soap. That's why eating soap is very much frowned upon. So yeah, even though Lush may claim they're organic and not have any chemicals, it has lye in it. So go ahead. Chow down on some fucking soap bars, bitch.
I just feel like it's healthier for you to use products like that because they're all natural compared to using like chemicals.
Yeah, sodium hydroxide.
Maybe you could tell your story of police brutality to the press could prompt them to dismiss your charges. I've been thinking about that actually. I've been really.
Now there is one of the streams that are in this little playlist that I created, not in this one here particularly, but in the ones that I created that are all the streams that she did just after the arrest and when she got released from jail and had to go to this hotel room. And one of them is actually where they got the clips for the Justice for Shanny video. So I want to go over that one a little bit late at another date. Probably sometime later this week, if not this weekend. Not exactly sure when, because you guys know I stream whenever the fuck I want to. I don't have a schedule. But, yeah. I do want to go over that one. So she does this one. I don't know if she really goes into it too much in this stream, but I do know in that other stream that I do have from this playlist from her, that I got from, I believe it was the Fundy Archive. I'd have to check my links. But she does go over the whole quote-unquote police brutality thing, so.
Really thinking about that going to the press over this because it needs to be exposed. And like I said, if I have to be the whistleblower to police corruption here, I'll do it. I'll do it. You know, it's ridiculous that the place where Columbine happened, you know, the school shooting, there's not proper mental health facilities here. And you would think after Columbine, they would have proper mental facilities here. So something bad doesn't happen, you know? I'm not talking about myself, I'm talking about other people too, because this is bigger than me. This isn't just my injustice.
No, there's very few things, Shanny, in life that's bigger than you are.
This is an injustice of the thousands of people who go to that jail and have to suffer the inhumane treatment that they give these people. I don't care what crime they commit. People should not be treated that way. The Duluth jails was not like that. Duluth, Minnesota, it was very professional. It was clean. It was very uniform and military-like styled. The jail cells here was just chaotic, and they just combined the males and females. And the females are naked in front of the males.
I'm gonna call bullshit on that one. I'm pretty sure that the only reason you were naked in there is because you're probably screaming that you want to kill yourself, and that is a standard procedure whenever you are in a facility and you're screaming that you want to kill yourself. They are going to remove any items that you could use to possibly kill yourself from that room. And that can include your clothes. Story time with Shaw, when I was a dumb 16-year-old, my first boyfriend broke up with me and I got into a severe suicidal depression. I started to have suicidal ideation, and I wrote this down onto a note and I gave it to one of my friends at high school, and she actually wound up doing the right thing, and she gave it to her teacher, who wound up getting me called up to the office so I could talk to a counselor and to the school resource officer. I actually wound up having to go to a mental facility, and I was Baker active for 3 days. And part of that process of getting admitted into these hospitals is that they actually took my shoes, because they were afraid that I could use my shoelaces to hang myself, basically. And that's just what they do. If you are threatening to kill yourself, they're going to take anything that you could use to accomplish that goal. And that could include that nasty ass fucking gown that you were wearing.
Like, you can't make the females naked in front of the males. Isn't that fucking illegal?
Give this incarceration facility 3 stars. Hi, Pioneer Woman. I see you over there on Twitch.
And I think I might have to go to the press over this. And I think the police know now, because they're watching me. I think they know now how big I am. They know they made a big fucking mistake. And I'm not trying to be arrogant about it. I'm just saying, I know my father, and I know he gave me a spank for me doing something wrong, which was me drinking alcohol. And I know I'm getting spanking on that, but at the same time, I know my father is going to protect his daughter. And I know my father will turn this around in the long run. And I think he's using this right now so they can be exposed. Because he uses me in these ways where I get in really messed up situations, but I end up exposing certain people within the messed up situation. So it is a good thing because people need to know about this, and people really need to know that the police doesn't have your side.
No, the police didn't have your side in that instance because you were the aggressor. You were the proven aggressor. You were the admitted aggressor. And again, for anybody who's coming in, doesn't realize this, she made these videos before the police body cam footage and the 911 call was released via FOIA request. So she's trying to spin this narrative that she's the uber victim in this whole thing because the police didn't believe that she was a victim. So now she's going to go on the internet and try to paint herself as a victim. Although later on we will find out that that is not true. And if you would like to see my coverage of the arrest video, you can definitely go onto my channel. And it is called, I believe it's called Classic Shanny Jailhouse Rock or something like that. Not exactly sure, but it is on my channel where I go over the arrest video.
To them, it's a business. It's not about helping you or
too busy wailing on homeless people.
You want to go for that, that's social services. They're the people that will help you. Police will not help you. They're after the money. They're after their quotas. And it's funny, like you think with the marijuana industry being so amazing, they, have enough money and would be so fucking greedy where they take advantage of a mentally ill woman. Because who's really...
Yeah, Shanny. And even though she sits there and claims, this isn't just about me, this is bigger than me, it's about everybody else who's being abused, everything comes back to her. This is the classic narcissism. This is the classic narcissist Shanny that we all know and love.
Really that we all know and tolerate. I'm mentally ill. Who's really going to take my side? Like, are they going to take my side over the police's side?
No.
I didn't have any rights.
Not with the evidence.
You could get your story out of the press and invite others who have also been abused by Boulder police to join you in a class action lawsuit. I know, and I think it needs to be done. They need to learn that they can't do this to people.
Spoiler alert, she never files that class action lawsuit.
I don't like being a whistleblower, but if I can't. I can't let go. The acts of inhumanity they have in that jail. I can't let it go. I can't let it go to see 8 people in a small fucking cell with 1 fucking bed. I can't let that go. I can't let that go that I only got 2 fucking Dixie cups of water. I can't let that go. And that I was naked on the floor so all the inmates, male and female, can see me. I can't let that go.
Trust me, Shanny, if you were naked on the floor for all of the inmates to see you, both male and female, I'm pretty sure that they needed to get them mental help, not you. That's abuse to them.
I was violated. Violated. Over a made-up story. And people need to know this. It needs to get out there, and the system needs to be fixed.
Oh yeah, randomly ignored. She is more concerned with being separated from Jason and spreading her own rhetoric about the incident that's going on than she is about her children's safety that they are with an alleged abuser that she called the police on. But you also have to remember that she is also trying to spread this narrative that nothing actually happened. And she will later go on to say that it was not her that called the police. She will say that it was actually that it was actually her neighbors that called the police. So she'll go with that narrative as well later on. But then it's found out that, that wasn't true. That she actually called the police.
Because what I saw was like Guantanamo Bay. Heavy amounts of inhumane abuse.
Yes, we have breadstick etiquette.
Only 3 breadsticks, help me, I need water. I need water, please. Please. I can't let that go. I can't let that go. All that human suffering I saw. And it's just not me. It's not just me.
But the thing is that, Shanny, you don't do anything. You don't do anything with this. The only thing that you do is you bitch on the internet. That's all you do. You don't, as far as I'm aware of, you never even went to the press with this shit. Now, like I said, there is a video out there that is called Justice for Shanny. And I believe it's just like a meme video. I don't think the person who made it was actually being serious. I think they knew that this was all just a fabrication done by Shanny to make herself out to be the uber victim. Thank you, and fucking good lord, that's a lot of breadsticks. Endless breadsticks, folks. That's what you get at Olive Garden. But, yeah, she loves using the rhetoric, but she doesn't give a fuck. Yeah, she doesn't. She doesn't. She doesn't give a fuck about anybody but herself. This is all about Shanny. No matter what she says, no matter what kind of language she uses, this is all about Shanny. This has nothing to do with anybody else.
It's not just me. It's bigger than me.
That was unlimited right there.
Fixed, so we will not have to go through that.
So glad we're gonna.
You can also advocate for.
I'm so glad we're about less than an hour away from our palate cleansers because I need some more drink.
Mentally ill. The more appropriate protocol. These cases are what makes a difference. I know they are, and I know this is bigger than me. I know this is bigger than me. Okay, this is not just about me. This is about seeing corruption within the system, and it needed to be fixed.
Unfucking is just filling up the chat with breadsticks, and I love it. Thank you so much for all the breadsticks. Send me some fucking money, damn it.
And see an abuse of power. I'm sorry, I'm a believer in Jesus Christ. I can't look at human suffering. Unjustified human suffering. Built on a shitty fucking broken system. I can't overlook it. I can't overlook it.
Love you, unfucking.
This is way bigger than me. Way bigger than me.
Yeah, QQC.
This isn't about just my injustice. But I'm sorry, they need to work on criminal rights. Or inmate rights. Inmate rights. Inmate civil rights. I mean it. Inmate civil rights. The fact that you should be able to have access to water at all times. Not fucking Dixie cups of water where you have to beg for 3 hours to get some fucking water.
Well, I mean, maybe if you hadn't been spending that entire time screaming your lungs out, screaming at the top of your loud, then maybe you wouldn't have needed water immediately after coming in. And also, I will say this much, though. Alcohol does dehydrate you. So there was probably a very good reason why, despite, other than just Shanny being histrionic and exaggerating everything to make herself look like the uber victim, there probably was a good reason why she did actually need water at that time. And that's because alcohol heavily dehydrates you. And she was fucking hammered when she got arrested.
And you're begging to go to the hospital because of severe chest pains. You're begging. And all they do is take your blood pressure. You're like, oh, you're fine. But my blood pressure is 146/92. I'm not fine. That's not normal.
That's a little bit elevated. I will say that much. The 146, not so much, but the 92, that is a little bit elevated. But we're also talking about someone whose resting heart rate is 118 beats per minute. So take with that what you will.
I don't know, but I can see why Columbine happened. I can see why that movie theater shooting happened. I can see that it could happen because of the lack of mental health in this state.
Did the movie theater shooting happen in Colorado? I don't know. Like I said, memory of a goldfish.
That's the first thing they need to do is
Yeah, I mean, Teddy Bear, when you were arrested, were you treated to a 5-star motel? Were you treated to banquet meals? Were you treated to... Oh, yeah, there was one in Colorado. Okay. Were you Oh, yeah, Aurora, Colorado. Okay, yeah, that's another one. Were you treated to, the comfy bed, huge bed, Yeah, one of the Joker incel assholes. Yeah, I remember that one. I couldn't remember if it was in Colorado or not. I do remember the shooting itself, but I just couldn't remember the place.
Give people readily mental attention when they ask for it. Not throw them in a jail cell to increase their mental problems. I feel violated. Like, I need to get a hold of like ACLU or some kind of human rights place. They need to know. They need to know. This should not be taking place in this country. This should not be taking place in this country. These inhuman acts. No person should be begging for water and not being listened to for water. I don't care if it's a jail or not. Human beings need water, and they need more than 2 fucking Dixie cups of water. I'm still dealing with the dehydration over that.
Yes, and chugging that Coca-Cola that you have at your bedside is definitely helping with that dehydration.
Really having liquid water coming out of my ass. I know I'm dehydrated.
Well, I mean, maybe you have liquid water coming out of your ass because you probably ate some shit that you shouldn't have. I mean, I sometimes shit liquid, and it's not because I'm dehydrated, because I actually drink a lot. But it's because I ate something that I shouldn't have, and my body is trying to expel it, and it's gotten too far down into my digestive system for it to expel it out in my mouth.
And I can't get over it. I can't get over the human rights violations I saw. And I don't know why the social worker, anyone came into that fucking jail cell and saw that shit. I asked the psychology, how can you be a fucking psychologist and see this mistreatment of people? How could you do that? How can you even think that you're ethical seeing this as a psychologist?
She makes me think of she makes me think that she would be like one of those Karens that get arrested in arrest videos that I watch, where she's sitting there handcuffed to the bench, demanding that she gets her phone, demanding that she gets her purse, demanding that she gets everything in the world handed to her. She does actually make me think of those entitled fucking Karens that get arrested when they get pulled over for drunk driving. It's insane.
One of the examples of war crimes against the Bush administration during the Iraq War by the UN was a violation of fair treatment of prisoners, specifically stripping prisoners in public. Exactly. And I was stripped in public in front of the males. I'm sure they love that.
Oh, iconic. I'm so sorry, darling. I am so very sorry, guy. I'm so very sorry. Can we get some breadsticks and hearts in the chat for iconic? That sucks. That is terrible. Yeah, there's some definite problems with our justice system and our incarceration system that does need to be paid attention to. But I honestly don't think that anything nearly that bad happened to Shanny. I think she is really just playing up, trying to be the uber victim. So some hearts and breadsticks in the chat for our dear iconic, because she's part of the Olive Garden family, and when you're here, you're family.
It was horrible. I was like right before the court proceedings took place. They were all staring and smiling at me like, we saw you. I was begging for clothes. No, you can't wear clothes. You're going to stain yourself. What?
I'm pretty certain that if they did take her clothes off, they did not leave her in general population. She was probably moved and placed into an isolated holding cell. And because she is, of course, histrionic, she was probably threatening to kill herself. So yeah, they're going to take her clothes. They're going to take anything that you could use to kill yourself with. They have to take those types of threats very seriously, because if it does happen, they could be held accountable for that. And I'm not saying, like I said, I'm not saying the justice system is perfect. There's some definite shit that needs to be fixed about it. But I'm saying that it is not nearly as bad as Shanny makes it out to be. Thank you guys for all the breadsticks and hearts. Oh, thank you so much, guys. You guys are so sweet.
That's not even how I ever tried to commit suicide, is fucking hating myself. I was like, I'm fucking 300 pounds. How the fuck am I gonna hang myself? That's so cruel. I know it is. I'm just like this. I'm just like this.
That's right, Shanny. Squeeze out them bacon grease tears.
Again after this.
Look how worked up she is. She's supposedly remembering this traumatic experience. She is so worked up. Her face is red. There is not a tear to be seen. And I don't think it's because the quality of the video is really shitty. Now, I do actually have it up to 180p for my video, but I just think it's, because like I said, this is back in 2019, so I don't think she had a very good laptop to record on. I think this was before she had the Alienware. Yeah, 300 pounds my ass. Do they come in Ku Klux Shan size? But yeah, but hey, Nine Lives, how you doing, Sweet Pea? But yeah, I do believe that they did attempt to give her a paper gown, and she refused it. So yeah, that was on her. But I do not think she was actually kept in like general population in the jail while she was naked. If she was naked at all. Which, I mean, honestly, if she was naked and left in general population, that's more of a mental crisis for the other people that had to bear witness to that than to her exactly. But, I do believe that whenever you threaten suicide, like I said, I've never been to jail. I've never been arrested. I have no idea what goes on there. But I'm fairly certain that if she did threaten suicide and they did need to take her clothes from her for fear that she would hang herself, they would give her a paper gown and they would move her to an isolation holding cell where she could stay until they could either finish processing her or they could get her to a facility where she could get some mental help. And obviously, it was processing because this woman is known for histrionics, so. Yeah, they glue 4 paper gowns together. Yeah, she acts like she was in a maximum security and not just a holding cell. Not just a jail, not just a local jail.
No human being should go through that. No human being should. I don't care if it's a fucking protocol, it's against human rights.
Now, I have seen it where if a person is combative, I have seen them actually strap them down into a chair so they can't hurt themselves or others. So, I don't know. Thanks to Shanny, 99% of law enforcement from that night needs counseling. Oh, they put her in a turtle suit. Okay. Okay. Yeah, they'd have to get her a pretty damn big one. But I don't believe that they left her just laying on the floor naked in general population. I honestly don't believe that happened. She is very histrionic. And if you go back and watch the arrest footage, I believe that either, I want to say Fat Courtney Love actually has it up, has the, like, original video that Rumor Research Lab put out showing the arrest video. And if you actually watch it when they were bringing her to the jail before it ended, like, at the end of it, they were very polite with her. They were treating her with kid gloves. They were very nice to her. Nobody was being any type of aggressive or doing anything to her. They were all being very nice to her. They were being very patient with her. These guys, I honestly do not believe they got paid enough to deal with the bullshit that she was giving them. But, yeah. I doubt anything happened like she says it did.
Human right violation! I didn't want them to see me like that. I know I wasn't physically touched, but I do feel like I was raped. Having all those men stare at you like that.
There's not a tear to be seen on that face. There's not a tear anywhere.
This is way bigger than me. Way bigger than me. But people need to know this. They need to know. And I hope they care enough too. Because a lot of people...
They Googled her!
They inmates and they think they're the pieces of shit of the world. When most inmates are just fucking drunks. Or drug addicts.
Well, I mean, QTC was bringing up some stuff that her and, I guess some people she was associated with, I'm sorry, they. QTC, if I ever get your pronouns wrong, please feel free to correct me in the chat. That some people that they were associated with that were fighting against the corruption of the police department. I do believe she took stories similar to that She read about them, and she has turned them into her own, because Shanny likes to take stories from other sources and incorporate them into her life to make her seem like the bigger victim. That way she can always one-up somebody who comes along somebody else.
Thanks.
Yeah, rock back and forth,
people.
Shanny.
You know?
Possibly. That could have happened, randomly ignored. Oh, stop
I wasn't the only girl
wiping
stripped
your
down
eyes.
in public either, in front of them. There was another girl. She looked so sad. She looked so sad.
Alright, Liz. You get that real life shit.
Stripping someone in public view, especially women, is considered violation of human rights. You should Google women stripped in public. I know. I know it's against you.
Yeah, yeah, definitely get some sleep, Thulian. Get some sleep, honey. You've been working hard today. I don't know if you guys caught that, but someone told her to Google women stripped in public. Oh, there's going to be a lot of porn in that search.
Human rights. Women stripped in jail. Lots of lawsuits recently. Yeah. I need to get a hold of a civil rights attorney. I was violated. I was violated.
Spoiler alert, once she gets back with Rev, all of this talk disappears. All of it disappears. She, as far as I'm aware of, like I said, if any of the seasoned shanologists come across the stream and want to correct me in the comments after the stream is up, or even if you're watching now and you want to correct me live, that's perfectly fine. I'm not above being corrected. But I do believe that after she gets back with Rev, after the protection order is dropped, you don't hear about any of this shit again. So this was all performance.
Human suffering, though. See, the thing is, the Duluth, Minnesota jail wasn't like that. They have a good jail.
Well, I mean, Liz, Teddy's not in jail, so I'm guessing he's doing pretty damn good. Oh, boy. Everybody over on that side of the internet is going to have to eat their words, and it's going to be glorious, because Teddy didn't go to jail like they were wanting him to.
In Duluth, the food is crappy, but whatever. They still take care of the freaking inmates. You know, you have readily access to water 24/7. 24/7. You know, in Duluth. I didn't have any access. I was tempted. I was so thirsty, I was tempted to drink the fucking toilet water.
I mean, it would have been clean water.
I'm sorry, but when you're mistreated like that and you're tempted to drink fucking toilet water because of you being so thirsty.
Well, I mean, it would have been clean water anyway. Gross story time with Shock. I guess it would be kind of gross. When my niece was younger, when she was like, you know, about 4 or 5, she would actually go into the bathroom with her little cup and she would scoop water out of the toilet to drink. My sister didn't know what was going on. She would just walk into the bathroom and the toilet seat would be wet. She would be wondering what's going on. Now, mind you, they keep their toilet immaculate. It's always clean, but they don't leave like those little tablets in there, so there was like no chemicals in the water. It was just pure water, but they did keep it clean. But she would always wander in there, and it's fucking snot hair, I know. She would walk in there and she would be thirsty. She would be thirsty, so she figured that was a good place to get water from. And my sister-in-law had no idea that she was doing this until one day she happened to hear her go into the bathroom. And she heard her lift the toilet seat, and then she heard sloshing. And she walked in, and my niece was dipping her cup into the toilet to get the toilet water, and my sister-in-law, she's like, "What are you doing?" And she goes, "I'm thirsty, Mama." It was adorable. I mean, they still keep their toilet immaculate. It's very, very clean. So it wasn't like she was in danger of swallowing anything that she shouldn't have, but it was still funny.
That's a human right violation even there. not letting someone have water, and not listening to someone who was obviously having a panic attack the whole time and needed to get medical attention for that panic attack. Instead, they threw me in jail. Instead, I'd be my husband over a SWIP.
No, it wasn't blue. It was just pure water.
Never have in my life I've been treated like this and violated so bad. I feel like I was raped. I don't care what anyone says. I feel like I was raped.
No, you weren't raped, Shanny. You weren't raped in jail. Although I do believe that the minds and eyes of everybody that had to lay witness to you naked, I believe they were raped because they obviously did not consent to that at all. Yeah, I know. That's always the thing, isn't it, Liz?
It's not okay what they do here to the inmates. It's not okay. We should not go through that.
Oh yeah, Teddy, let me know when you're going live, and it doesn't matter if I'm on the other part or not, if I'm done with my stream or not, I will end my stream so you can go live. And then everybody can go watch Teddy, because, you know, we gotta make those people pissed off.
You know, they treated me like a horrible criminal. There was a woman who was having an anxiety attack and needed help. I needed medical attention. And I didn't get it. I had to wait after the court proceedings in order to go to the fucking hospital. Fucks the pigs.
Now, it will come to light. It will come to light once... Yeah, she uses the word rape very easily. It will come to light whenever the arrest video does come out later on in the timeline that they did call out an ambulance at first. And, the ambulance and the police asked her multiple times if she wanted to go to the hospital, and she denied. She did not want to go to the hospital. It was not until she was in handcuffs that she started screaming that she needed to go to the hospital. But whenever the ambulance was there, and they were checking on her, and they were taking her blood pressure, writing down all, you know, like her history and everything, her symptoms, and they were asking her, do you want to go to the hospital? She was denying it the entire time. She was saying, no, I don't need to go to the hospital. I just want to go to bed. But it was not until she was actually in handcuffs and being led to the fucking... Yeah, go sub to Teddy, everybody. Go sub to Teddy. It was... This is not okay. But it was not until she had handcuffs on that she was suddenly screaming that she needed to go to the hospital, so...
Fuck the police.
Yeah.
Fuck the police.
Hi, Hecke. How you doing?
It's not to serve and protect. It's to collect a quota and to be cruel to the human beings.
Physical jail.
Fucking bastards. I bet they were getting off by it. Fucking sick fucks. I even called the police rapists. I said, you fucking...
Yeah, Smart Mouth Mama, it was Red Feather. If you scroll up in the chat, you'll see that Red Feather posted the link to Teddy's channel. He is planning on going live later on tonight, so... Like I said, Teddy, if you do plan on going live before this stream is over with, just let me know, and I will definitely end this stream, and we can all go watch Teddy Bear, okay? Yeah, this is MK Ultra. This is MK Ultra. She's a targeted individual, folks. She is a targeted individual.
Rapey bastards. This is borderline rape. I don't know, wouldn't that be considered sexual assault? Being stripped down in front of males like that and having them stare at you. Isn't that sexual assault in some form?
Yeah, I mean, it was sexual assault to the male inmates. I'm pretty sure that they couldn't get an erection for months afterward.
I think I might have to go to the press.
Spoiler alert, again, spoiler alert, she did not go to the press. She didn't, after this, and after she got back with Jason, this wasn't mentioned again until the arrest video actually was released, and Rumor Research Lab put it up on their channel. It wasn't until then that this whole incident came back up again, but after, you know, the protection order was dropped, the case was dropped, the charges were dropped, and she was allowed to return to Jason, she never brought it up again, so no, this is all performance.
My rights are so violated. And all I needed was mental help.
Yeah, you can see her from space.
Not this. The horror I don't know. I don't know. It is abusive as all get out. I know. I can't get over it. I'm gonna have to get therapy for this now.
Oh.
Like, how much do you fucking mankind have to terrorize me and traumatize me, mankind?
Oh, I'm so traumatized. I'm the
Never even me. I just want love. I just want love. I want to love and love. I want love.
Yeah, well, you know what? If you keep hitting people that you supposedly love, and good God, that is a screenshot right there, I will be partaking in that screenshot because, good Lord, that is a face. That may actually be a future thumbnail. You never know. But, whenever you hit the ones that you supposedly love, no, you don't deserve love. You may want it, you may desire it, but when you try to get that love through fear and intimidation, that's not actual love. That is fear and intimidation.
And instead I see the cruelty of mankind. I see barbaric acts that I didn't know still existed in this country. They'll have their part in the lake of fire.
We're all going to hell, folks.
I know, I was telling them you're being unethical. This is a human rights violation. Because I'm not afraid to stand up to a cop and tell a cop what they're doing is wrong. I'm not afraid to doing that. Because cops, they don't have people telling them what they do is wrong. They need someone to...
Yeah, I mean, Heckhead has a point, guys. If someone comes in here, as long as they're not trying to start shit, as long as they're keeping things on the even level, don't get into arguments with them, even if they are someone who likes the other side, who watches the other people that I may not get along with, that I may not approve. Perfectly fine. People are not going to agree 100% on everything. Some people are going to like people that I don't like. I'm going to like people that they don't like. The beauty of this channel is that I don't give a shit. As long as you're here, as long as you're chatting, as long as you're, you know, giving me some shit-posting shit to deal with, then I don't care who else you watch. You can watch whoever you want to. You're a fucking adult. I don't care. Oh, thank you, God. Oh, I love having my Simps. Hi, cats. How you doing, sweet pea? And I also love it when you guys will give me money, which I can actually get now, because I'm monetized.
Tell them what they're doing is wrong. And to morally convict them.
Oh yeah, if Bucky comes back up in here, Iconic, you have my full permission to take him to Petty Town. Take him to fuck around and find out university. Just take him and give him a crash course in what we're all about. So, have fun.
And that's always why I do what I do, is to morally convict someone.
But leave Heckade alone. He's good. He's good guy. Leave Heckade alone.
Consequences. Because you violated Jesus Christ's daughter. And I'm pretty sure he brought me there to expose you guys. Because I don't work for the kingdom in this world. I work for the kingdom of God. I'm in his kingdom. I work for him. I don't work for you humans. And I will be like Paul, if need be, and go to jail and expose you guys like he did. I'm not afraid to work as Paul. You put me in jail, all you're going to do is cause me to preach to the inmates. And preach to you.
I am pretty sure that you did no preaching while you were in jail, because you were really only in there for a day, maybe a little bit more than a day, depending on when the judge was able to see you, to be able to, you know, set your bond, set your bail, but you were probably in there for maybe a day. And I highly doubt that any time during that day that you were in there that you did any type of preaching. You were probably screaming, crying, having a shit fit, and just you were just probably just being stupid.
You cannot shut up God. Because when I am weak, he is strong.
Hello, Richard Hole.
And it's time for your judgment.
Well, Richard Hole, if you're interested to find out how Teddy did in court, you will see that he is in the chat. So obviously whatever they were planning or whatever they were hoping was going to happen did not happen. So, but you can find out further about how everything went, and you can see Teddy himself when he goes live later on tonight, if you're so inclined, if you're so wholly interested in how Teddy Bear's doing with court. So there you go.
And to be exposed. Congratulations. I am the convictor, of which the Lord Jesus Christ established me to be. You are going to be convicted.
And yet nothing
You can go say I'm
happens.
crazy all you want, but I can prove everything that I say is correct within the Bible. And you can't violate my First Amendment of freedom of religion and freedom to express my religion.
Yeah, I mean... Oh yeah, definitely. I live by this this code of conduct, wandering Hecate, that if I'm to be insulted, I must first value your opinion. And I am a high appreciator of fantastic trolling. Like they had mentioned somewhere, I believe that it was last night, Lulzcow was sniping the goddamn podcast, and Omni had mentioned that Billy had compared me to Pat from SNL. If you don't know who Pat is, just look him up. Say Pat SNL. It'll come up. But I asked Billy in the chat, in Lulz's chat, because Billy was in Lulz's chat, and I said, Billy, did you ever compare me to Pat from SNL? And he goes, yeah. And I was like, oh, thank you. Because I like Pat. I think Pat's funny. I always loved Pat's skits when I was a kid, so thank you, Billy. If you ever come across this, thank you for comparing me to Pat. Quite an honor. Thank you.
And there's plenty of people who have relationships with God. It's just mine's a little bit more stronger because I'm his chosen.
Sandolphin.
And many are called, a few are chosen, okay? So I just want you to know how special I am to him. Because I am one of his chosen. I am from his kingdom. I'm not from here. I never belonged here. I was born in his human body for a purpose, to serve him.
Sandolphin.
And my intention is to serve him, in jail or not. My purpose is to expose...
Yes, I love Pat.
And to show the unfruitful works of man. And you are being exposed. And I'm going to go to the press, and I'm going to tell them what happened.
But you never did, Shanny. You never did. The only thing that happened was someone made a meme video on YouTube that was called Justice for Shanny. That's all that ever happened. You never went to the press. You never went to any kind of protests. You never told anybody else your supposed story. The only thing that you ever did was these few little streams that you did before you were able to sneak your way back into the house and break the protection order before it was dropped. That's all you were able to do. That's all you ever did. This conviction that you have right now drops like a bad habit. Once you are back in that house with Jason, then all of a sudden everything's just sunshine and daisies.
Because the system needs to be fixed. From the inside out. People need to be fired for corruption and human rights violations.
And she did expose her ass, QTC.
The whole jail system needs to be completely overturned and changed. They need to have civil rights for inmates established.
Oh, what happened? What happened?
And that's what I'm going to do. That is my intention, is to get civil rights for those inmates. And to stop you from being corrupt violators of human rights. And I have God and Jesus Christ on my side. And he is the strongest of all.
Okay, you know what, Teddy? Teddy, just for today. Just for tonight. Just in case we have a friend come back in. That way you can have some fun with him too. So, y'all have fun.
All powers. And you cannot stop it. Because I'm doing this for love of the ones who do not get listened to. The ones who get chosen to be misplaced and silenced. Inmates need rights. Inmates need rights.
Yeah, she can't even give specifics.
Because frankly, if you are doing human rights violations as a police officer, you're no different than those criminals in those jail cells, and you belong in one of those cells, frankly.
Oh. I could have sworn. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, that's why. There we go. There you go, Teddy. That way, if our dear friend Bucky decides to come back in, you can have some fun with him as well as Iconic can. So y'all have fun. I'm setting you guys free. Have fun. You have tools.
You know. I didn't post bail. I have a $25 bond. $2,500 bond that I have to pay. But I really do believe God sends me to jail for a reason. Like he sent Paul to jail. Everyone thinks if you go to jail, you're not a believer in Christ. Christianity.
The thing is that Paul, when he went to jail for his religious beliefs. It wasn't because he decided to wail on his partner with a fetish whip. And it wasn't because he decided to slap his partner and then admit it to the police. Paul went to jail for his religious beliefs, and that's why he went to jail. And then he went to jail in order to spread the word of God. That's why he was sent to jail. You were sent to jail because you assaulted your partner. That's all.
Is pretty much was established by prisoners and inmates in jail. Hi, Paul, Peter. And here's the thing. All of them are in jail based on human right violations. See,
no, they again, Shanny. Obviously, I mean, it's so weird because I am not a religious person. I'm not a very religious person at all. It's been years since I've been to church. It's been years since I've ingested any type of the Bible or anything like that. But even I know that people like Paul, people like Peter, they were not arrested for beating somebody else or actually breaking a law. They were not arrested for assaulting somebody. They were arrested for their religious beliefs. And they were sent to jail in order to spread the word of Jesus. You are not in the same boat as Paul and Peter and everybody who was arrested for their religious beliefs. You're not. You were arrested because you decided to assault Rev. That's why you were arrested.
Devil may think he has upper hand, but you know.
You don't want your rinsed out blobbage.
You know, I think I pretty much established that I don't trust the police because of their human rights violations. I need to get a hold of, I think, ACLU.
You don't do any of this, though.
And tell them the story of what's going on.
Uh-oh. I've given you and Teddy even footing, Iconic.
In some weird way, I'm kind of glad this happened because it does need to be exposed.
You don't need to expose anything, Shanny.
I mean, never abuse someone who uses social media. It's pretty fucking stupid. You know? I'm sad. But then again, I'm kind of getting pissed off and I'm ready to fucking fight these fuckers. You know?
But again, you won't do anything. After this whole thing happens and you wind up going back to Jason, this entire thing, you drop all of this. You don't talk about it anymore. You pretend like it never happened, at least until the arrest video comes out. And then all of a sudden, you decide you want to try and commit suicide because it became known that you were lying off your ass in these videos. And the 911 call came out, and people realized that you weren't calling for help for yourself, and it was not your neighbors that were calling, doing a noise complaint. You called to try and get Rev arrested because you were saying that he was assaulting you when all of the physical evidence and all of the testimony pointed to you being the aggressive party in the situation.
I'm ready to get a hold of, like, some people for human rights violations. I'm ready to get a hold of the press and exposing these fucking assholes.
Oh, yeah.
And they know it's about to happen because they showed up at my door a little while ago asking if I was okay. I said, yeah, I'm okay. I want nothing to do with you fucks. Get the fuck away from me. I don't fucking trust you fucks. You put a phony fucking press on me. Or charge pressed on me. Fuck away from me.
Yes, justice for Shanny.
Before they abuse you, he feels your pain like nobody else. Al Sharpton does get involved with issues at times. Yeah, but Al Sharpton's not going to go and stick up for some fucking white woman who has mental problems. Like, seriously, how the fuck is someone going to listen to me? I have mental problems. No one listens to someone who has mental problems. Because for some reason, there's some taboo on it that if you have mental problems, you're automatically fucking malicious and evil. And it's a stigma that needs to stop, because there are...
While there has been that stigma against people with mental illnesses, Shanny, you're not one of them. You are just a malicious, evil person. That's just who you are. It's not your mental illness. It's not anything else, because mental illness is no excuse for bad behavior. I've said this before and I will say it again. Mental help is getting a lot better these days. Yeah, it's not perfect. Nothing will ever be perfect, because the human mind is very hard to predict how it's going to react to certain situations. It's not perfect. But it is up to you to use all of the tools that are available to you to be able to get the help that you need. And this, like I said, this is 2019. This isn't like 1960. This is 2000. Yeah, Al Sharpton. Yeah, if she mentioned Sean King, I would die laughing. Me too. Me too, QTC. Me too.
A lot of people who are sick. And it's sick. You're sick. It's no different than having cancer or any other illness. It's just mental compared to physical.
Fuck you, bitch. Fuck you, bitch. Cancer can kill you if it goes untreated. Yes, there are mental illnesses, mental disorders that do raise a person's risk of suicide higher. Those do exist. But cancer, if you do not get it treated, has a 100% kill rate. Mental illness does not have a 100% kill rate. If you don't get your cancer treated, it will kill you. And a lot sooner than you would have died naturally. Just ask Rev's mom.
I'm sick.
Oh, cats!
Yeah, I bet. They must think your case is not a big deal. I bet you get off no problem. That's what the lawyer I talked to today said. And he says 99% they're going to let it go.
Oh yeah, Liz, I have given my own little armchair diagnosis of Shanny, and based on the signs and symptoms that she has shown on the internet, what she has posted online, whether through live streams, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, whatever, anything that she's posted on, what I've seen is she does have, and also this was in the little blurb that she got back from the psychiatrist when she had to go to her court-ordered I will not beat my boyfriend classes. She has tendencies for histrionic personality disorder. She has tendencies for narcissistic personality disorder. She also has tendencies for antisocial personality disorder, which I believe she has very high tendencies for, because I honestly do not believe that she feels these emotions that she expresses. I believe that she watches other people and then mimics what she sees. Like, I was being a little nerd, and while I was finishing up my last couple hours of work, I was actually listening to myself. I know, narcissism, come on. But I was listening to the Eviction Saga and the Road Trip from Hell stream that I did. And when someone told her that her mom was possibly dead, she started just, Mommy, Mommy, oh, my mom. But there wasn't a tear in her face. She had more tears with the possibility of being evicted than she did finding out that her mother had probably passed away. Now, I will say at the time that happened, Betty, her mother, had not passed away at that point. She was in hospice care, but she had not passed away. So, yeah, it was pretty shitty of the person to sit there and tell her that, you know, her mother was dead. But she sees things, like whether it's through movies, whether it's through YouTube videos, vlogs, stuff like that, and she mimics them. She mimics what she sees, how she thinks a normal person is going to react to such things. And that's a classic symptom, classic sign of antisocial personality disorder. Also, another thing is that abuse of family members, abuse of animals, wanting to have control over people. Those are also signs and symptoms of antisocial personality disorder. But like I said, I'm not a psychiatrist, I'm not a psychologist, I'm not a therapist. I am in no way have any type of degrees or qualifications for making any type of actual diagnosis. This is just my own armchair quarterback opinion of what I believe that Shanny's suffering from. That's it.
Because both parties are saying nothing happened. You know, this is just a way how they can get fucking money and meet their fucking stupid quota. But unfortunately for them, it's backfiring because it's going to go to the press. It's going to be heard. People are going to know about this. I'm not going to be fucking quiet over this.
Yeah, I hope everything
because there's
goes
human rights
well,
violations.
Kat.
As a mandated reporter, and I am a mandated reporter because I do have, you know, licenses and certificates within the medical community. I have to. I have to. As a Christian, I have to. As a woman, I have to. As a human being.
Courtney Love is where I got this video from. Fat Courtney Love has got a lot of the older Shanny stuff. If you want to go back into Shanny years past, that's a good one to go to. Fundy Archive is also a good one to go to. If you want to go back and see Shanny way back when she was still doing this shit, you can go ahead and have fun, go through that. It's wonderful to go back in time and see all this shit and to know what happens later on. It's kind of fun. But, yeah. Shanny, you're a fucking idiot.
People need to know about this so it doesn't happen again to another human being.
But
this is way bigger than me, and I don't know where it's going to go. But I have to go to the press over this.
You don't.
Something has to be done. Human beings should go through this. I don't care if they're inmates. It's still in this country, innocent before proven guilty. And they treat you guilty before proven innocent. That wasn't like that in Duluth.
Yeah, she has been arrested in Duluth before for assault again.
Oh, I would think they got... Well, the male inmates got off by me. All staring and smiling at me. And I'm just like,
No, they were probably smiling because they couldn't figure out what the fuck they were looking at. They were probably smiling because they were trying to figure out why is it gray. I am pretty sure that all of those male inmates that supposedly saw your naked body, they probably are now unable to get an erection and they're probably sterile for life. I'm sorry, Shanny. You are not attractive. I'm not attractive. I'm in no way attractive. I am fairly certain that I would scar people if they saw my naked body. I'm fairly certain. That's why I don't have a cam. Because I know I'm ugly as fuck. But, I also don't push myself onto other people either. I don't pretend that I'm attractive when I know that I'm not. You're trying to pretend like you being in a jail cell naked is going to turn anybody on. And it's not. Trust me, it's not. I've seen your only FUPA content. And I wish that I hadn't. Because I'm pretty sure that is what led me to becoming a FUTA appreciator. Because after I viewed that shit, I had to go look up some really funky shit on the internet to get over it. To get over the perpetual dry vag that it gave me, so.
I am fucking just frazzled at this time.
You guys are liars! You lie!
All I want is my husband. All I want is my husband, and I know he's probably listening to this. I know him. He's gonna get a fucking top-notch lawyer, and he's gonna sue the fucking pants off them over this.
You lie!
I am gonna sue them over this.
Yes, I am full of shit. Thank you for noticing, Red Feather.
Like when you ask for mental health. I'm sick. I'm sick. And I needed help.
Now, you probably desperately needed that shower that you took in the hotel room.
You know, what I needed was like a day or two in the mental ward and talk to counselors and get my fucking head together. That's what I needed.
You had an opportunity to go That's the thing. They asked you multiple times if you wanted to go to the hospital, and you said no. It was not until you were in handcuffs and you realized that it was you that was going to be getting arrested instead of Jason that you suddenly decided, oh, I need to go to the hospital. I'm having chest pains. I'm having a heart attack. I need to go to the hospital. When that ambulance was there and they were checking you out, because they sent the ambulance off because you refused to go. You signed the papers, giving them release, and they left. They had to call that ambulance back out to transport you because you were too fucking big to get into the back of the police cruiser. And it was at that point you were suddenly screaming, I need to go to the hospital. No. 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 How dare you trigger me with those all beef patties. God damn it. You fucking assholes. I love you guys. You guys are great.
Instead, I got something even more traumatic to put on me.
Stop triggering me with the all beef patties. No, not the cheeseburgers. This isn't right. This is
But they
so
don't even have a
wrong.
mental ward here. You would think after Columbine they would have proper mental facilities.
Y'all deserve to go to physical jail for that. For triggering me.
You don't have any weed. I can't use any substances. Any controlled substances. Well, I can't use weed. So they did say I can use CBD, which is nice. I still have to get CBD. But at least I can have CBD, I just can't have THC. Which sucks because I'm gonna be in a lot of pain, but I guess we'll see what CBD does. Until the case is over, Nick. But I think the restraining order is going to be dropped. I think CPS is...
I did just receive a PayPal for $5. Thank you so much for the PayPal. They said, great stream. I'm so glad you enjoy my bullshit.
Really going to be pushing that for it to be dropped. You know, I know I'm not mentally healthy. I know I'm not. That's why I called the police, because I needed help. This is not how you deal with people who have mental disorders. Period.
No, you called the police because you were trying to get Jason arrested. And again, I will reiterate again and repeat myself again that she made these videos before the arrest video and the 911 phone call actually was made public. So she's trying to just spin this narrative to try and get ahead of the story. But yeah, she totally called the police to try and get Rev arrested.
You don't throw them in a cell and strip them naked and increase even more trauma onto them.
Squeeze a break. Come on, Shanny. You're letting your voice crack. Your face is getting red. The least you can do is reward us with a bacon grease tear. Come on, Shanny. I know you can do it.
Eyes on me. And they were laughing too, the girls. The only girl that didn't do that to me was the other girl next to me. She looked at me like, help me.
Oh yeah, that's... Oh, thank you, Patty George. Yeah, that was you. I didn't want to say any names. But thank you for the $5 PayPal. But I'm glad you enjoy my commentary. But yeah, the last rumor that I heard about them, they're doing fine. They're doing absolutely great. So
it needs to be fixed, period. It needs to be fixed. It needs to be fixed. And a lot of them need to be fired because they're not doing their job.
But you won't. Your conviction is going to end the minute that you get back in the house with Jason.
A jail should not run that way. I don't even know how the prison systems are here. I could only imagine. If the jails are bad, I'm pretty sure the prisons are really bad too. No, we need to get some human rights for those inmates, damn it. We need to get some fucking human rights for those inmates.
Oh, sorry.
It says in the Bible, whatever you do.
Oh, yes. And let me give you today's vape that I'm doing today. I am actually doing one of my Juicy Bar vapes in Georgia Peach Ice. It is absolutely fantastic and delicious.
To the little ones, you do unto me. You know, the people who are helpless, the inmates, the widows.
Yeah, Shanny the
fatherless,
martyr.
The ones who don't have much. You help them. And it'd be like helping Jesus. And I want to help these people.
But you don't. You do nothing. Because you know all it would take is one FOIA request for your entire narrative to be undone. All it would take is one journalist to actually do their due diligence and not just run with a sensationalized story. To actually do their research, to actually go and look into what's going on, to actually do that FOIA request. Because I'm pretty sure that journalists can get it a lot faster than, you know, just some random Joe Blow off the street. But all it would take is one FOIA request and your entire narrative is gone. Because you did not call the police to get help. You called the police to try and get Jason arrested. And then it turned out that you were the aggressive party. And so you wound up getting arrested. Your entire narrative would go away so quickly. And that's why whenever you got back with Jason, whenever you were allowed back in that house, whenever you were free from this hotel room, this luxury hotel room you like to brag about, you just dropped it like a hot potato. All of this conviction that you had for trying to change the system, it completely went away. Just gone. Completely gone.
Because they don't deserve this.
Oh, having a black mint? Nice. Nice. Yes, I do love the watermelon bubblegum. I do have
Thank
other
you, quick
flavors,
draw.
though.
I can only imagine when that day comes.
Please don't sing.
I love that song. Surrounded by your glory, what will my heart feel? Will I stand before you, Jesus? Oh, that is a beautiful song. I do love it.
Please don't sing, Shanny. Please, God damn it, please don't sing. Don't ruin that song for me. I do actually love that song. I do love that song. I love it better when it's sung by Third Day than by you. But yeah, I do actually like that song. Please don't ruin it for me.
You know, I wish I could see Jesus is not gonna stand for this stuff, dude.
What is Jesus gonna fucking do?
Refusing to give someone water. That's complete violation with Jesus Christ. You know, if your enemy asks you.
Well, Red Feather G-Man can also run himself off a cliff with a dildo up his ass. I don't give a shit.
For water, you should give them water. You know, your enemy asks you for food. Give them food. Be kind and compassionate to people.
Hey, G-Man, now that you're aware of who I am, maybe you'll come across this. Suck a bag of dicks.
Not cruel and apathetic, and I don't know why cops grow so fucking jaded and apathetic. It's like they lose any sense of humanity in them.
Okay, speaking of, I can't speak for someone who is a police officer because I'm not a police officer. However, I can speak as someone who has had over 10 years worth of experience in the medical field. There is a level of apathy that you do get when you work in a field like that. Because you see so much stuff. You have to be able to compartmentalize and be able to push your emotions down so you can perform your job. Now, I'm not saying that all cops do this. Some cops do have a power trip. I'm not saying that every police officer is perfect. There are some that are really bad that do not need to have badges at all. Do not have to have any sort of semblance of power. All I'm saying is that there is a semblance, there is a level of apathy that one does get when you go into positions such as law enforcement or going into the medical field. Because you see a lot of shit. A cop cannot do their job effectively if every single time they come across a car accident where someone has been killed in there, they lose their shit. They're not going to be able to function properly. They're not going to be able to do their job properly. So yes, there is a level of apathy that does happen when you work in fields where you do see a lot of shit. If I lost my shit every single time a patient died on my floor, I would not have been able to I would not have lasted as long as I did. You do get a level of apathy. Soldiers get the same thing. Anybody who's in that type of environment where you see a lot of shit going down, yeah, you're going to develop a level of apathy because it's a self-preservation technique. Because if you don't develop that level of apathy, now I'm not saying it does this for everybody. There are some people where they are just apathetic. Naturally. Not through any type of outside influence or outside forces. Just naturally apathetic. But most of the time, about 80% of the time, when you work in fields like that, you do have to develop a level of apathy. Because that's the only way that you can really preserve your sanity. It's also why the concept of gallows humor exists. Because it's a self-preservation thing to allow the brain to process hard, difficult things that it has to witness. That's why a lot of nurses, a lot of doctors, soldiers, police officers, anybody who's in those type of fields, firefighters, that's why they develop that gallows humor or that level of apathy. You've got to be able to compartmentalize. It was like, prime example of this was when my grandfather passed away. He was on hospice care. He was able to die at home. He was able to die with my mom and my grandma there, because my mom stayed overnight with my grandma to make sure that grandpa was taken care of, because he was also developing really bad confusion, dementia, as he started progressing towards death. But when he passed away, my mom called me early that morning, said, "Hey, grandpa passed away. We're waiting for the hospice nurse to come. We're waiting for the funeral home to come to pick him up to process, take him to the funeral home to process him." So I went out there, and it was really cute. It was really lovely. All of my, like my aunts were there. Some of my cousins were there. My older cousins, not my baby cousins. My older cousins were there. It was just, a gathering for us to be able to say goodbye to my grandpa for the last time. But when it came time for us to actually prepare him to go to the funeral home, since I was the only member of my family that had any type of medical experience, I volunteered to help the hospice nurse prepare my grandfather to be picked up by the funeral home. And I was able to do that because instead of seeing him as my grandfather, I saw him as an elderly patient that I needed to prepare to go to the funeral home. And I was able to do that because I was able to compartmentalize my mind and be able to put him, instead of putting him in, this is my grandfather, I was able to put him into, this is a patient that needs to be ready to go to the funeral home. So she's not wrong about, police officers having some level of apathy. But a lot of them do develop it because it is a defensive mechanism.
No, I don't want to hear Two Girls, One Cup. No. I think that song will forever be cemented in my brain, along with the distorted images
Good
of
one,
Two Girls, One
ignored.
Cup. Oh Lord, thank you, Jay Swayze. Oh no, they're gonna have to drop this. Both parties are unwilling to cooperate. Both parties are saying it didn't go down the way they said it went down. Both parties are saying it's a sex toy. Most people know that a fuzzy leather thing that you get from a sex shop is a sex toy, not a weapon. Most people do. Night. I need to sleep and I don't know how to sleep. My brain won't shut off. I enjoyed the police force. He was really different in a bad way after. Yeah. I don't...
Smart Mouth Mama said, "Oh God, if Jason is the one that wipes her ass, who wiped it when she was in jail? Maybe that was why she didn't have any clothes on. I don't know."
I'm smoking. God, I wish I could smoke a blunt. That probably would help me sleep. If I could smoke some weed, dude.
It always comes back to drugs with this bitch.
Like, I don't have my medicine. They won't let me have my fucking medicine either. Like, I can't have my fucking medicine. I can't have my fucking husband. Like, what fucking more do you want from me?
Well, I mean, the quote-unquote medicine that you were taking was weed. You were not taking anything that was prescribed to you. So, yeah, they're not going to let you have your weed because that would put you under the influence. Even though weed is legal in Colorado, you can smoke it recreationally in Colorado. You still get arrested if they find out you're driving while you're fucking high because you're driving under the influence. They don't want you to be under the influence because it was being under the influence of alcohol that got you into this fucking mess. Yeah, she still doesn't mention her kids at all.
What more do you want? You want to take a fucking sick woman and fucking bully her down? You say you don't want me to commit suicide, but you're taking everything from me. You don't do that to someone who's mentally ill. You take everything from me.
You left your kids there. You could have brought your kids to the hotel room. But no, this is like a vacation to you, much like when your children were taken by CPS.
No, I think that's why they used the whip, is to push that it was abusive. Because Jason said they were like, it seemed like
Jason had marks on his body. They weren't making that up. They didn't fabricate the marks on Jason's body, Shanny. They really didn't.
They were like, when I was listening, and it was like they were like interrogating him.
They have
over,
to.
Like, did she do this to you? 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 And he's like, no. Like,
yeah, it's all about Rev. It's all about Jason.
Hopefully the judge will be fucking smart and listen to us and not listen to some bullshit fabricated story the DA's trying to make up. I think they will. According to the lawyer, he's 99% sure it's going to be fucking dropped because both parties are saying nothing happened. You know, you got no fucking case. I mean, if both parties are saying nothing fucking happened, you got no fucking case. If both parties are saying it's a whip for sexual gratification.
Oh, God, I'm not going to repeat myself again. But, again, you will notice Shanny's words here. Something similar happened when Rev kicked Zachary. Now, while Rev was admitting, at least to YouTube, that he did it, I'm pretty sure he was probably denying the shit out of it while he was actually in jail. Shanny did not take Zachary up to the courthouse, and she did not allow him to participate in any type of case against Jason. No, she wanted Jason out of jail and back in the house so she could get that baby carrot dick and have her taste of mild nocturnal activity. But yeah, if there was a lack of evidence, that's why the case was thrown out. Same thing why the case against Jason for Zachary was thrown out, because the lack of evidence. Certain things didn't line up between the testimony and the physical evidence that was on Zachary, because as far as I'm aware of, according to the police report and Todd Malicote, if he comes back and watches this later, he can elaborate, because he was the one that actually got the police report via FOIA request. The only injury to Zachary was a red mark on his face. There was no injuries like to his torso or anything like that. There was just a red mark on his face, which could have come from anything. But there was a lack of evidence to prosecute, and Shanny would not allow Zachary to come to court and testify, and she would not go to court and testify at all. She would not. She was being completely uncooperative with any type of police investigation that surrounded that incident, which is why that case was thrown out as well. So, yeah.
You got no fucking case. You can't dictate what people do with their sexuality. And if whipping your partner, being consensual whipping of your partner,
but it wasn't.
If that was illegal, you should have said it.
It wasn't consensual.
You should let people know that's illegal to do. To do BDSM.
BDSM is not illegal, but whenever
it's not like we whip each other hard. Mostly, you know, it's leather and fur, so it's like
there were welts on him, Shanny. There were welts on his arms. There were welts on his legs. The pictures were taken of those injuries by the police to be processed for evidence. There were welts, and those were not just kinky sex play welts. Those were actual marks. Defensive marks from someone who was wailing on him.
We usually do it by, I think that's like a French tickler method, They didn't take a whip. I'm afraid that's not their case. Exactly. They didn't take the whip. Just like, what the fuck you got? No, you took me. You police took me. And you could strip me down naked and stare at me naked. I hope you enjoyed getting your fucking rocks off, assholes.
Now, again, like I said, pretty much for the inmates that supposedly saw you naked, Shanny, I'm pretty sure that the police officers are no longer able to get an erection after seeing you naked. So, sorry. You're not as hot as you think you are.
And you will get your comeuppance by the Lord Jesus Christ for this. You sexually assaulted his daughter. And I don't care what anyone says. I feel like I was sexually assaulted. I feel like I was raped. And I want justice for it. I want my justice. I've been raped 7 times, damn it. I don't need it anymore. It's part of the reason why I'm so fucking damaged. Is being so fucking abused by men. I hate men. I hate men. I hate men so fucking much. I hate men.
But yet you're with one. But yet you will... I mean, well, maybe this provides a reason as to why she gave up her children for Jason. Because she's gone on to say that Jason's the only man that she wants around her. And her children, her boys, were slowly growing up into men. So that could very well be, if she truly hates men, like she states she does so many times, that could be a reason why she gave up her boys. That could be a reason. It could very well be a reason. Because her boys were turning from boys to men.
Like, Jason's the only man I would ever allow to touch me or come near me. Nothing wrong with sex toys and whips. Exactly. Exactly. Like, and if it was illegal, they should tell the public it's illegal to use it on your partner. People got some kinks, BDSM and borderline personality go together. Because most people who have borderline personality disorder were sexually assaulted in some way, shape, or form. Most of them. 95% of people with borderline personality disorder have some kind of sexual abuse in their background.
To say goodbye.
So we're very hurt and damaged people.
Yesterday.
So with BDSM, I guess it allows you to have some kind of sense of control over your emotions and allows you to get your anger out, I guess, in a safer way.
No. That is not what BDSM is for, Shanny. That is not what fucking proper BDSM is for. It's not so you can feed into your anger and controlled delusions. It is a consensual form of sensual play between two consenting adults who have agreed on the level of their relationship. It is not about you being able to take your anger out in a controlled way. That is not what fucking BDSM is for. And as someone my mother is into that scene, and as someone whose mother is into that scene, I'm not going to let you spread this fucking bullshit about BDSM. Because Mama Shaw, every single person that Mama Shaw's ever been with, as far as the BDSM scene goes to, they respect her. They respect her boundaries. They take care of her when she goes into subspace. They make sure that she is safe and that she knows she is safe. It is not a way for a person who has anger control issues to take their anger out in a quote-unquote safe way. That is not what BDSM is for. You fucking idiots.
I know it sounds warped to people, but it's weird little mental thing.
Well, I mean, GA, hello GA, how you doing, Sweet Pea? I can't speak for people who have BPD because I don't have it myself. However, I would like to link Sam I Am to these videos and have her look at them, because she is actually someone who does suffer from BPD. I would like to see her and give her her take on it. So I will be linking these after the stream is done. I will be sending these links to these two, because all I did was I took the video that was originally up on Fat Courtney Love, and I just split it in half so I could, shove in my palate cleansers and be able to split up into 2 different parts. We may or may not go over part 2 today. May save that for another day. But I am going to send this to Sam I Am and see what she says about it.
And, a lot of people are into it, so. Just be prepared for your own defense for the whip not to come up. They got more stereotypical lies to tell. Be ready. Thank you.
Well, I mean, randomly ignored. Sam I Am has actually stated several times on her channel that she does suffer from BPD. In fact, I actually believe she said it today in her stream this morning, so.
Hello, Ken. I know he's listening. But I really think he put me in this situation. I'm strong. I can handle shit, okay? Just because you see me hurt doesn't mean I'm not strong. I'm fucking strong. I can handle my fucking shit.
She's strong, guys. She's
but
strong.
I think God used this situation because they need to be exposed. And I've always been a whistleblower. And I think I'm going to go and call the press and tell them about this. Because it's a human rights violations, several on me. Not being access to water, not having access to water.
That's fine.
Being
that's
stripped
fine,
down in front of the male inmates like that, and naked in front of the inmates.
That's fine, and I'm sure I appreciate that. I do appreciate that. I do like the fact that some people don't like to repeat personal stuff without consent, but like I said, Sam stated a few times on her channel that she has BPD, and she's used that experience actually going through it and actually getting treatment for it and getting able to cope with the symptoms of BPD to be able to call Shanny out on her bullshit.
I think that's why God used this scenario to happen, is to help them. It's not about me. It's about them. It's about the inmates. It's about the prisoners needing their rights. This is what it's about. It's bigger than me.
Nothing's bigger
Even though I'm
than you,
hurting
Shanny.
and I feel completely violated, it's still bigger than me. The system is broke.
Very little
and it
is
needs to be
bigger
fixed.
than you.
And the only way how you can fix the system is if you whistleblow.
But you didn't do it.
And you go to the press and you tell them what happened.
You didn't do it.
It's the only way how things can get fixed in this country.
You didn't do it.
And I don't care if the fucking police station gets fucking pissed off over it. They're the ones violating people. They're the ones who are hurting people. They're the ones who are the criminals. Just because they have a badge doesn't mean that they don't break the law either. They're just better at hiding it. Because that badge puts like a little, I'm better than you onto people. I'm your authority. You're not my authority. God is my authority. I'm not from this world. I'm from his kingdom. Go ahead, call me crazy all you want, but that's my First Amendment. Right.
You are fucking crazy. You are.
And I will say I'm not from this
insane
world.
and
I'm from another kingdom because the truth. I never belonged here. Never fit in. I fit in with God. He accepts me for who I am. Just fine.
You fit in with your version of God. You do not fit in with the conventional version of God. You fit in with the version of God that you've created in your own head. You don't go to church. You don't go to any type of congregation. All that you do is you sit at home reading the Bible and watching maybe a couple of religious YouTube when you're not watching Fox News or CNN or MSNBC or whatever the fuck you watch. You are a conspiracy theorist, honestly. You fit in very well with the conspiracy theorists. That's where you fit in. With the quote-unquote truther community. That's where you fit in. You know that you would not fit in with any type of congregation because the version of God that you have projected into your brain is not the version of God that belongs in a majority of Christianity. You would not be your version of God would not be accepted by any church, any conventional Christian church. You would have to create your own church. And thank fucking God that you do not have an ounce of fucking charisma. Because with how you talk, you sound very much like a cult leader.
Fine. Because I belong to him. At least I care about people. At least I'm not out there being apathetic and hurting kind souls. Because you know they have a mental disorder and you think they're malicious because of a fucking stigma in your stupid fucking ignorant head.
Aren't you tired?
Alright, so we have moved on to our commercial break. It is time for our Lord and Savior to take a break himself. It is time for the music to take a break. It is time for me to take a break and stop talking. So, guys, please enjoy this commercial break from Djibouti Dubs. I would definitely suggest going out and getting a drink, getting out, taking a stretch, because we have been on for almost 3 fucking hours. I will only go 1 more hour after this, so even if we do not finish the entire second part of the stream, I'm only going to go 1 more hour. I was not intending on going this long, but God, can I talk. But please enjoy these commercial breaks from Djibouti Dubs. Remember that we do have a Discord for the CashApp channel. If you would like to join the hallowed halls of Fuck Around and Find Out University, you can find the link in the pinned comment up at the top of the chat. You can also help support the channel because I have now been monetized. Yay for me! You can send a super chat. You can also join as a channel member. If you join as a channel member and also put in your admission for the hallowed halls of Fuck Around and Find Out University, you will be added to the esteemed Fuck Around and Find Out University Booster Club, which means that you will have your very own chat room, text chat, and you will have your very own voice chat, where you can sit around and gossip about people who cannot afford to become a member of the channel. So if you feel so inclined, you are more than welcome. But I don't require it. I really don't give a shit if you do or not, honestly. You guys do whatever the fuck you want to. You're adults. I will be back after these commercial breaks. You guys enjoy.
Tired of being cold? Because those heater prices are really expensive these days. So fuck it. Stop being cold and start wearing Snuggies. That's right, Snuggie. It's like a giant blanket, but it's got sleeves. It's basically just a big party for everyone. Watch some TV. It comes in 3 shitty colors, so pick one, and it keeps you warm no matter what you do. Your hands are free, so you can do anything. Shit, let's play some Pictionary. Let's talk on the phone with Mom. Let's watch some TV. Let's read a book. Let's clean the house. Oh, fucking cool, look at her. Do you have a cult meeting out in the woods? No problem. One size fits all, so you don't need to buy a whole bunch of them, and it's going to keep you warm from head to toe. That's what the Snuggie's all about. At the movies with your creepy uncle, your cult's always outside at those family trips. Shit, the rituals have never been so fun. It's great for college. Don't let that creepy uncle get to you. See, look at how much fun these people are having as they burn someone of a lesser race. Video games? Your scores are just going to go up. Babies? They're still safe, they're still babies. Dogs, they're still adorable. But that creepy uncle's still trying to get in your pants. Don't let him. Some say $59.95. Well, don't listen to that fucking uncle of yours. I'm telling you, it's only $19.95. It's in 3 shitty colors, so just pick one already. And you get this cool flip trick light. Does all kinds of shit. Not really, just looks cool. So you whip it out and you're like, that's right, I read. Fuck you. That's right, $15 value. Fuck it, it's free. So you're getting this double offer of Snuggies. That's right, it's all free. Snuggles. And check out the website. It's been updated. It's got all kinds of new shit, exclusive stuff you can only see on there. So go ahead and check it out. Yeah!
Whoa, nice tooth. What do you got, the stray hand, the bottle opener, the gum job? You got some poop in your tooth from eating ass? Or are you just plain ugly? Everyone wants perfect teeth, but that shit costs money. You could just brush them, but fuck that. You need some perfect smile veneers. Just dunk it in water and... See? Not bad. NBA legend Scotty No Tippin' Pippin loves his new smile. A scientific breakthrough in dental technology. You just dunk them in water and... Oh my god. How did they get so bad? What do you do, eat hard garbage? Now anyone can go from Tython to Seabiscuit. And lucky for this bitch, you only need at least 2 teeth to keep it on. Fucking shit. Get some teeth in front of that tongue hole.
My greatest weakness is definitely not my smile.
Yeah, I'm trying to pop them teeth out tonight.
Hug those kids again, even if they're not your grandchildren. World Star, one size fits all.
I hate the fresh feeling of brushing, but with these veneers, I never have to.
They help me play basketball.
My teeth look great, but my breath still stinks. No one ever wants to hang out. I think they're all sick of me always fucking smiling.
Bitch, get confidence.
Not happy with your perfect smile? Just send them back and we'll ship them to someone else. Proudly sponsored by blackpeoplewithbadteethmeat.com.
Normally, I'd recommend that you go see a real dentist, but this is close enough. You know, I could whiten them, screw in some new ones, give you braces, but it ain't cheap.
Hi, I'm Jonah White, creator of the Perfect Smile Veneers.
A lot of people say that this product doesn't really work and that no one should ever buy it. But those people are just dumb. You see, what they don't understand is that appearances are everything these days, and what's most important is what's in your mouth. I'm really horny, and I'm gay. I give a good rim job. So anyways, you should totally order it today so you too can have a perfect smile.
Pig.
Thank you, Shanny, for describing yourself. Welcome back from our commercial breaks. I hope you guys enjoyed them. I managed to get up and take a nice little walk into the kitchen to get myself some lovely sweet tea, which I need to make a new pot of before Mama Shaw comes home. If you guys are wondering why Mama Shaw has not made her traditional cameo in these, it is because she is actually in the hospital under observation, because she went to the hospital with chest pains and tightness. And when they did her blood work, her enzyme levels were elevated. So they are keeping her, they've kept her overnight last night, and they're keeping her overnight tonight so they can continue to check out. They did do a heart cath on her and nothing was found. But she did mention that she is, thank you QTC, she did mention that that they have talked about maybe putting in a pacemaker for her because her heart rate is a little bit off. So they're going to put her on a treadmill tomorrow and see what happens there. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. Oh yeah, I love my mom. I love Mama Shaw. So many people give me shit for living with her, but I don't give a fuck. Me and her, we got a great relationship. I'm going to lose my shit if anything happens to Mama Shaw. All right. So yeah, she's currently in the hospital right now, which is why she has not made her traditional cameo tonight. Now, like I said before we went to our commercial breaks, yeah, I hope everything goes good too. So far everything's looking okay. Like I said, they said that she is probably going to be in need of a pacemaker because her heart rate's a little bit off. But so far, the heart cath came back. Nothing wrong as far as the heart cath test goes. They're going to do a stress test on her tomorrow. So she's going to have to get up and run on a treadmill. And she's not looking forward to that. But let's get back to Shanny, shall we? Like I said before we went to our commercial breaks, I am only going to go 1 more hour. So if we do not finish this stream, I will try to remember where I'm at. And we'll see about finishing it later. Unless she repeats herself constantly. And which then I'll go ahead and end the stream. We'll go to our musical number, which is being brought to you today by Burnt Toast. And you guys will be able to see me in the next stream. Like I said, I plan on giving these links to Sam I Am so that way she can go over them in her own time. And be able to at least prove or disprove anything as far as what Shanny says about BPD going. Because Sam is our current expert on BPD because she suffers from it herself. And thank you guys for all the well wishes for Mama Shaw. I'll be sure to text her and let her know everybody's sending her their best on my channel.
Strip a woman bare for everyone to see you're a pig. We're in this world, but not of it. Amen. Hey, I have Christians supporting me. They'll always support me because I am a sister in Christ. I may not be perfect. I'm messy and I fuck up all the time. But that's why I need Jesus, is because I'm like that. Because I messed up. Because I was a preacher of love born into a world full of hate. I could never fit in here because it doesn't go with my personality. Hate. I don't like hate. I don't like doing it, and I don't like feeling it, and I don't like other people doing it to others. I don't like seeing hate. I don't enjoy it at all. It makes me sad. And what those cops are doing are hateful to people. Hateful. That's not loving. That's not of Christ. It's not American.
It's not American!
Inmates need their rights back in this country.
Fuck yeah!
We ignored them for so long. We neglected our inmates in this country. And we didn't look at what they have to go through. I mean, do you know how the food is in jail? How horrible it is? How it's so warped of nutrition.
Well, I mean, like I said, I cannot speak for jail food because, like I said, I've never been to jail. But I can speak for hospital food because not only have I worked in the hospital, I have actually been a patient in the hospital. And I can say that hospital food does suck. And it's not because it's devoid of any nutritional value. It's because they have to make it in a way where it fits everybody's diet. They can't have any added salt or sugar or anything like that because it has to be able to be served to multiple people who have different dietary needs. Such as when I was in the hospital, even though I don't have high blood pressure or anything, my doctor did put me onto a low sodium diet because I'm overweight, because I'm a fat ass. So I could not have anything with any added salt. So to get around that, they just serve the food the blandest way possible. And you have to add your own salt and seasonings and sugar to everything. That's how they get around that. That way they can serve the food to more people without going against somebody's dietary restrictions that they may be placed on.
There's no nutrition in their food. And it's all processed. It's all processed food. You know, we're talking about people that need to go reestablish back in society here. Get rehabilitated back into society. And you're giving them low nutritious food, not giving them the mental health they need or the medical attention they need. You're neglecting them.
I need to read this comic from Red Feather One. The mutters of inmates past can be heard on moonless nights. Why is it gray?
How can someone go back to civility going through that?
I know, Liz. All I eat is processed food.
Through all those human rights violations. How does anyone rehabilitate after going through that? All you're doing is causing trauma to the person and making them hate the system even more.
Sorry. Sorry, guys. I forgot to return the music and our Lord and Savior, so I have corrected that.
Compassionless monsters. Monsters. Evil, satanic monsters. Refusing to give someone water is satanic. Period. Jason doesn't have a bruised face. What the fuck are you talking about?
Well, I mean, at least tonight, I actually had, for supper, I had some leftover chili. Because Mama Shaw had put a jar of it. She has taken the chili that I had left over from what I cooked the other night, and she has put it in jars to be preserved and canned. I don't know if she has yet or not. I'm going to ask her, tomorrow. Because it usually it's been cold enough to where it's not going to go bad if it sits out. But I'm going to ask her tomorrow if she needs me to, like, put it in the fridge or something for her. Because Mama Shaw, she actually cans her own food. And she's actually taken jars and put my chili in those jars to be preserved for a later date. So I will be able to have my chili, access to my chili. All I have to do is pop open a can and serve it up in a bowl. But tonight I had some leftover that she had put in the fridge for me. So I had some of my deer meat chili, which was absolutely delicious. Mama Shaw, she can't handle spicy food, so she can't eat my chili.
Fuck off my page, you stupid fuck. Stupid fuck.
I corrected it, smart mouth mama. Our Lord and
Like,
Savior
I could
has
see Jason
returned.
coming on camera just to prove to you he's got no fucking bruises, asshole. That might have been a Boulder cop. Maybe. They're fucking asshole liars. And I'm going to the press over this, and they're going to be exposed. Because for a place that's had so many shootings, you'd think they'd have proper mental care for people. And I could see why people would get so angry and frustrated at the system. I can see why it happened. Because if you have lack of mental support, bad things are going to happen. Because they are sick. They're not criminals. They are sick. Hurt people hurt people. Hurt people need help. Not violated. They're fucking idiots. And I think now they know they're about to be fucking sued off their ass.
Yeah, I'm certain that
Sorry. I'm a whistleblower.
But you will not blow any whistles after this. After this is all said and done, after everything is done, the protection order is dropped, you return to Jason. All of this conviction to change the jail system goes away completely. You're not an advocate, Shanny. You're a performance artist. That's all you do. You perform for the camera. The only thing that you have done as far as quote-unquote whistleblowing is sit on a live stream that maybe, like I said, a couple dozen people have seen. Like I said, I'm pretty sure that most people who are watching me right now, which I mean, there's only 21 people. I'm sure, everybody else has better shit to watch than me. But, I'm pretty sure that a lot of people in my audience right now have never seen this video. Because they usually don't, some of them are coming in new to the Shanny sphere, just taking a swan dive down into the immense cavern that is your rabbit hole, and they're just now finding out about you. And they don't know about these past streams. They don't know about the Fundy Archive or Fat Courtney Love, who have your streams from back in, 2019. So, what whistleblowing have you done? Jack and shit, that's what you've done.
But I know they're going to harass me. They're going to harass me. Doesn't matter what I do. They're going to harass me. And every time they harass me, I'm going to tell you guys they harass me. Because I have a right to say what I want to say. I have a right to say it. I'm not going to listen to their bullshit lies and the corruption. I'm never going to trust them. Knowing what they did to me. I know I have the believers back. All the believers have my back, and thank you for praying for me. Yeah, okay. The safe word was what? It's stop. That's basically what it is. Stop. But they took that as an assault. Stop. That's a safe word.
Yes, a safe word is used in BDSM for one partner to tell a partner that there's something going on that they are not comfortable with, that they do not consent to. So when someone uses the safe word, you are supposed to stop. That's usually why people who are in BDSM relationships do not actually use the word stop as a safe word. But it is a trigger word that, if said with certain inflections of the voice that is not normally used during BDSM play, tells the dominant to stop doing what they are doing because it is making their submissive uncomfortable. A safe word is just that. It is to ensure the safety of all partners involved in the act. It is not something that is just thrown around and ignored. If a person that you are in a BDSM relationship with, if your sub uses their safe word that is agreed upon before anything happens, if they use their safe word, the dominant is to stop what they are doing and make sure that the submissive is safe. And to make sure the submissive is comfortable. And to make sure the submissive is taken care of. That is what happens in healthy BDSM relationships. BDSM relationships, the healthy ones, are all about fucking consent. And they're all about safety and respect for all partners involved, whether you're the dominant or you're the submissive.
But it's okay. I'm sure the press will love it. You know, someone thrown in jail for sex play. Just think of how scandal is. It's good. It's good press. Just think of it. You know, a woman gets thrown in jail for her sex toy from her husband. Both husband and wife saying nothing happened. Police ends up violating her, stripping her down in front of male inmates.
Yeah, stop and no are not suggested
I think the press
safe
will
words.
really enjoy that. Because it's good money for them. And I'm smart enough to know that they're a business, and I'm smart enough to know you're a business, but I'm smart enough to know that the media has more power than you, so I'm going to use them.
But you won't.
That's what happens when you deal with someone who does social media. They know how to.
This never got to be viral. This story of hers, this fabrication of hers, never got to be viral. Again, it was probably seen by a couple dozen people. Most of them already know that whenever Shanny's lips are moving, there's a lie coming out. Most of the people that have seen this are the detractors, are the trolls, are the reaction communities, and people that tear apart her arguments. Nobody that actually believes her even saw this. This never went viral. It was never a well-known story. She never went to the press with it. The only thing that she did was a couple of fucking streams where she cried and whined and complained. That's all she ever did. And went to histrionics.
Go to media. In fact, I am friends with Perez Hilton. I wonder if he could help expose this. And a lot of people know who Perez Hilton is.
Perez Hilton has no idea who the fuck
Hilton
you
has
are.
no problem in exposing people. Who else am I also? Ooh, I can get a hold of George Norrie. I'm friends with George Norrie. I can go to William Schneblin.
Most of these people that she's naming off right now have no idea who the fuck she is. She often names off big names to act like she is in good with them, to act like she's best friends with them. But no, they don't know who she is. She tried the same thing with TJ Kirk from the Drunken Peasants podcast. She tried the same thing with her, the amazing atheist guy. She tried to say the same thing with him. That she was so tight with him, that he was, she'd been watching him since, he had so few subs, and he had no fucking idea who the fuck she was. Cecil McFly actually goes over it in her documentary on Shanny, which if you want to go find it, it's called The Worst Christian YouTuber by Cecil McFly. And she actually goes over that aspect of Shanny where she names all these big names and acts like she's best friends with them. She does the same thing with Trisha Paytas. She acts like her and Trisha Paytas are so tight, they're best friends. They were going to totally bang each other, but she met Trisha Paytas for like 5 minutes, and it was at a fan meet and greet that Rev slammed a couple $1,000s down for. That's it.
Hell, I could even go to Alex Jones if I wanted to.
Alex Jones has no idea who the fuck you are. Alex Jones has no idea who he is.
But my husband is. So he could go to Alex Jones.
Alex Jones has no idea where he is at any given moment.
Who were you? I was equivalent to rape. I was stripped down in front of male inmates, naked.
No, you weren't.
It was on a concrete floor, naked for over 24 hours.
No, you weren't.
In front of male inmates.
No, you.
I think there's a huge violation there.
You might have been on the floor with no clothes on for that period of time, depending on how long it took for them to be able to get you in front of a judge. But you were not in front of male inmates. They more than likely put you in an isolation holding cell, in a solitary holding cell, because you were threatening to kill yourself. Because we all know that when things don't go your way, the first thing you want to do is threaten to kill yourself.
I feel like I was raped. They might as well. They might as well.
God damn it, smart mouth mama.
I called because I needed some mental attention. I called 911 because I needed mental attention. Because I was having a PTSD attack. And the cops ended up interrogating my husband and putting up phony charges over a sex toy, a sex whip, a fur and leather whip, and saying that I abused him with it.
There were welts on him, Shanny.
And I was having severe chest pains. I was asking to go to the hospital the whole time, and they kept refusing to take me to the hospital.
Again, if you want to see what really happened, you can go to Fat Courtney Love. I believe she's the one that has put up the arrest video that Rumor Research Lab originally put up. Because I believe that after Rumor Research Lab released the video, Shanny actually bullied Rumor Research Lab into deleting their channel. Like I said, if we have any like long-term Shannyologists that want to correct me in the comments, you can feel free to correct me in the comments. I'm always open to correction because I know that I'm a dumbass. But I do believe that Shanny bullied Rumor Research Lab into deleting their channel. But the original arrest video that Rumor Research Lab uploaded is up on Fat Courtney Love. And the link to that channel is in the description below because that's where this video comes from. You can always feel free to go watch it. And you can see that the Trisha, I'm sure Trisha's baby is absolutely adorable. I'm sure the baby is so cute. And you can actually go and see that they asked her several times if she wanted to go to the hospital because she was complaining of having chest pains. And she said no, she refused. She signed the release, and the paramedics left. The only reason the paramedics were called back was because Shanny's fat ass was too big to get into the back of a cruiser. That's it. It wasn't until she was in handcuffs that she started screaming that she needed to go to the hospital, ignoring the fact that the paramedics had asked her multiple times if she wanted to go to the hospital. Oh, speaking of mamas, I'll let this play while I talk to her.
I only had two cups of water, Dixie cups of water, by the way. I was naked in front of all inmates, male and female, for them to see, on a concrete floor, cold. I couldn't even walk at the end of it. They had to put me in a wheelchair because my legs were just fucking jelly. Agent of Doubt? I don't know, maybe. He's a psychologist. Agent of Doubt, if you're hearing this, I need you to get a hold of me. We need to meet up. No, I wouldn't mind him being my psychologist either, because he knows me. You need to be honest and take responsibility for my actions. There's another cop there. Sorry, I'll take responsibility that I whipped my husband with a whip consensually for sex play not very often. But because he likes it and he gets off by it. And I'm fine with it. Don't tell me I'm not being fucking honest and there's inconsistencies. The only inconsistencies is your fucking paranoia, asshole. Fucking violate me, you piece of fucking pig shit. No, you guys deserve to be in that jail cell naked for everyone to watch you. You deserve that, you pigs. Give a fuck if there's inconsistencies in the story. Of course there's gonna be inconsistencies with stories when the cops are making up fucking stories. I'm not gonna be forced to admitting something I didn't do, asshole, cop, pig. Of course there'll be fucking inconsistencies. And I wasn't speaking right. I wasn't mentally there. I needed mental attention. You guys didn't do what I asked, what I called you for. Instead, you trumped up some fucking stupid story. Asshole cops. Never trusting you fucking pigs again. Never. And I'll say it straight to every single one of your face. I don't trust you, first of all. I've seen your corruption. I've seen your corruption. I love how they like to trick people into saying things. That's not proper investigation. That's lazy investigation.
All right, sorry guys, I had to step away for a minute because that was Mama Shaw calling me. She was no new news, nothing. You know, she's still scheduled for the stress test tomorrow, but she was just giving me instructions on our little house guests that we have in the afternoons. One of her pool buddies, their daughter comes to our house in the afternoons, and she was giving me instructions on the fact that I need to instead of having somebody come pick her up, I actually need to take her to her mom's work and drop her off there. So that was what that was about. But I did let her know that everybody's sending their love to her, and she says thank you, and she says hello. So that's update from Mama Shaw. So I'm back now.
Lazy investigation. Lazy. Bad cop. Bad cop. And try to twist their words to make it something that they're not. That's what they did.
We having burb talk in the
you
chat.
weren't taking us seriously. You weren't listening. You were like, I need mental health. I need mental help. I need mental help. I'm stressed out. I need help. Whatever. The good thing is, though, Monday, I called Mary Maids today. I'm having a maid sent to the house, so since I'm not there, so...
Oh, come on, Shanny. You act like you clean that apartment at all. And speaking of which, I am going to partake in this screenshot because holy shit, that is a face. Gonna partake in the screenshot. There we go. But, yeah, you act like you cleaned up that apartment before. If anybody's seen the arrest video, you saw what her apartment looked like. It was messy. It was gross. There was trash thrown everywhere. There was laundry piled up on a card table that was serving as her dining room table. So Shanny's like, oh yeah, it's got Mary Maid. Since I'm not there, the house needs to be cleaned. And she acted like she cleaned it before. She didn't.
One has to clean up because my boys are fucking slobs.
No, you're the fucking slob. Your boys learned from you, Shanny. They learned from you. I am sick and fucking tired of you blaming every mess and every time your house is found to be filthy on your children. They're children. You are supposed to be teaching them how to clean up after themselves. That is not something that kids just do. Kids are messy. It is up to the parent to teach them how to clean up after themselves. It is not the kid's job just to automatically know how to do that. So if they are slobs, it's because they learned from you and you did not correct that behavior and teach them how to pick up after themselves. But we all know that the real slob in that house is you.
And Jason's not very good at cleaning up. So they need a maid.
Well, I mean, you weren't cleaning up either, so.
So I'm sending the maid over to the house on Monday, and it's going to be like a weekly thing of them coming in and cleaning up the house. So at least there's that. That the house will stay clean because I'm not there to take care of the house.
You didn't take care of that house to begin with. That house was a disaster when the cops came in to take you away. It was a mess when they came in. I love how Shanny tries to make it like she's just this dedicated housewife and mother, and she keeps everything nice and tidy and clean, when we all know that she doesn't. When everybody has seen that she does not do any of that. She doesn't even take care of the uncle's house. That's all Rev. Any cleaning that goes on in the house is all Rev. Not gonna lie, flat surface syndrome runs rampant in our house. Yeah, it runs rampant in my house too. And all meanwhile, and please, nobody feel pity about this, I'm at a bus stop in a pouring thunderstorm, homeless, mentally ill, recovering from a UTI, but I'm not bitching, moaning, and e-begging, now am I? Oh goodness, damn it, Heck8. That's some harsh shit you're having to deal with. I am going to give you some pity. I'm sorry, honey. You post something like that, you're going to get my pity. It does suck that you're in that situation though, dude, and I really, really hope you can somehow manage to get out of it. I really do. I hope you get out of that situation. I'm gonna keep my fingers crossed for you, buddy. Yeah, please stay safe. Stay safe.
Now, can you go to the press on the weekend, or do I have to wait till Monday to go to the press? I definitely will get a hold of Perez Hilton and see if he can,
Perez Hilton doesn't know who the fuck you are. He doesn't know who you are, Shanny. There is a very, very small niche part of the internet that even knows you exist. That even knows that you breathe the same oxygen as functional members of society. Very, very small area of YouTube and social media that even knows you're here. Perez Hilton has no idea who the fuck you are.
work me up an interview. I'm sure he'll do me that favor. I've been Perez Hilton's friend since when did he first start? Like 2002, 2004? Something like that.
She wants to talk about other people having parasocial relationships and how everybody, you know, is obsessed with her and is in this parasocial relationship with her. But she is in parasocial relationships with a lot of fucking people. I know. She likes to pretend that she's friends with all these big names because it makes her feel more important. But really, she's just a parasocial relationship. That's all it is.
I've known Perez Hilton like the MySpace days. Like, same with Jeffree Star. I know him from the MySpace days. But, like, unlike Jeffree Star, I only talked to Jeffree Star a couple times. I legitimately talked to Perez Hilton thousands of times. So
what she means by talk to him probably means that she has left a comment on one of his comments or one of his posts.
I'm sure Perez Hilton will help me. I'm just trying to figure out what big social media people I can go to and talk about this with. I'm definitely going to go to Alex Jones over this. Because Alex Jones will love to hear this shit.
No, Alex Jones is the type of person that would tell you to suck it up and that the police did nothing wrong. Alex Jones is a hard far-right personality. Those are the type of people that believe that cops can do no wrong and that there is no corruption in the police force. He would not want to touch this story that you fabricated with a 20-foot pole. He would much rather talk about the frogs being gay than anything that you have to say about corruption in the police force.
Because it needs to be changed within the system. And the cops shouldn't fucking harass you. You know, the cops shouldn't harass you. Because they made the mistake. Because they're covering up after their asses. I'd like, though, a public apology from the city of Boulder.
You're not going to get it.
For violating me the way they did. That's what I really am going to aim for, is a huge public apology from them.
You're not going to get it.
I have no other choice but to go to press.
You won't.
Over this. You know, I'm not getting the proper support I need.
You won't.
You know,
You notice that if you had never watched the stream, if you had no idea who Shanny was, you would never have known about this. Because it never got out beyond the small, niche, tiny little hole of social media that it was planted in. It never went viral. Nobody else ever found out about it. The only people that knew about it were, like I said, the couple dozen people that actually watched her shit.
I'm left on my own. I'm on my own. All alone, no support.
That's alright, Undead Ramen.
And I have
you can
mental
always
problems.
catch it on the replay.
Not a good place to be. Not a good place to be.
This video took place in the days following her arrest, when they were still under the protective order. So
I'm gonna sue the living fuck out of them. I could see this being $1 million lawsuit.
But you
I
don't
really
do
can.
it.
I don't deserve to be violated like this.
But you don't do
And
it.
harassed. And lied about over a sex toy. But they really have no case. If both parties said nothing happened, what case do you have? No, I was in court yesterday. And then as soon as I left court, I went to the hospital. Oh, they were assholes. I was in the police station. I already was released on like papers and stuff. I was saying, can I please get an ambulance? For God's sakes, I've been asking this for over 24 hours. Can I please get a fucking ambulance and go to the fucking hospital? It took them literally 2 hours to call the fucking ambulance. Here I am with severe chest pains. 2 fucking hours it took the police to call the fucking ambulance. These are police. First responders.
Yes, because they can tell the difference between an actual heart attack and histrionics. And I'm pretty sure that if you had spent the entire night screaming about how you had to go to the hospital and they checked your blood pressure and your blood pressure was maybe a little bit elevated because you worked yourself up into such a histrionic state, yeah, they're not going to tell the ambulance that it's an emergency because it's not. Ambulances need to be available for actual fucking emergencies. And you don't know what could have been going on at that time. The ambulance could have been having to respond to a car accident. Could have been having to respond to an actual fucking heart attack. Could have been having to respond to a myriad of emergencies that you don't know about. That's why I always get so pissed off when people tell me, oh, I had to wait in the hospital for like 4 hours for my sprained ankle. And I'm just like, do you know what they were handling in the hospital at the time? Because they're going to see you based on the level of severity. They're going to see a person who's been shot by a gun before they see someone who may or may not have a sprained ankle. So you have no idea what type of emergencies might have been going on at that point that delayed the ambulance from arriving for your histrionic hissy fit. Because that's all it was a histrionic hissy fit.
Not yet. It's going to be. I guarantee it's going to be.
Yes, her tears sustained me.
Because I'm going to put a lot of pressure on them. They need to be exposed. Press needs to know about this. This is more than me. This is about those inmates being abused in that jail cell.
But you don't do
This
anything.
is more than me. I can't let it go and not speak about it.
But you won't.
It would be like their blood being on my hand if I didn't expose them and go to the press.
But you don't.
Like, that's religious conviction even.
You don't.
Like, I have to do this. I have to do this.
All of this conviction, all of this motivation to try and correct the correctional system disappears the moment you are back in that house and getting your mild nocturnal activity from a baby carrot dick. Same thing with your kids. Any care or any concern that you had performed to have expressed while Jason was in jail went completely out the window the minute you had an opportunity to get that mild nocturnal activity that you so desperately crave. Once you were back in the house and that protective order had been dismissed, this whole thing was dropped like a hot potato. You didn't speak on it anymore. You didn't talk about it anymore. You sure as hell didn't go to the press. You sure as hell didn't go anywhere where it could actually be heard beyond the few dozen people that watched you live. All of this conviction just vanished in a snap of a finger.
I have blood in my hand. If I don't. My lion. Who are you, Dilly Sue? Who are you? Telling me I'm lying. Who are you to say I'm lying? How can you establish if I'm lying about this or not? Who the fuck are you saying it's worse on me? Fuck you.
Oh, smart mouth mama, I'm pretty sure they were treated very badly when she was there anyway, so it didn't matter if Shanny was there or not. They were getting mistreated.
I have a right to speak. I have a right to speak about me being violated. Don't intimidate me with your threats.
It was probably easier.
I'm not
You're right,
afraid.
Undead.
I'm not afraid.
But you don't do anything.
Because I want those people to get help. Proper help.
You never did anything.
Those inmates need help. You don't deserve what they're getting in there. I don't give a fuck what people have to say. I don't care if Boulder Police gets pissed at me over this. They're the ones who are the problem. They're the ones who are hurting people that need help. They're the ones not giving people proper mental care. In a place that was known for shootings. No wonder they happen here. You don't give people proper medical attention.
Okay, you know what? She's just going to keep repeating the same fucking bullshit that she was repeating during the first part of the stream, so I'm not going to continue with this fucking bullshit. We'll go on to our musical number in a few minutes. But what have we learned today, folks? We've learned that Shanny's full of shit. We have learned that she will drop big names of people that have no idea who the fuck she is. And she goes into histrionics and she likes to take stories that other people have told and turn them into her own. She did the same thing with the abuse that she supposedly suffered from her mother. Yes, food. Yeah, and again, this happened just after she was arrested, after she was released on bond. And this was before the police cam footage and the 911 call was released to the public. So all she's doing here is spinning a narrative to try and make herself out to be the uwu victim, because she was not believed to be the victim in the actual incident. Because she was the one that got arrested, not Jason, even though she called 911 to try and get Jason arrested. It didn't work. And she was pissed off about it. So now she's spinning this narrative. But yet, can the police system be corrupt? Yes. Can the jail system be inhumane? Absolutely. Do I believe any of this shit happened to Shanny? No. I do not believe half of the stuff, even a quarter of the stuff that she discusses, ever happened to her while she was in jail. She was in jail for maybe little over 24 hours. Maybe 24 hours, 24 to 48 hours. She was in there for a total of 2 days, maybe 2 days. I don't believe that anything that she says actually happened to her. I do not believe that she was stripped down naked in front of everybody in the jail. I do believe that she went into a state of histrionics where she was yelling, screaming, demanding stuff of the police officers, because she definitely is one of those Karens that would demand stuff of the police officers. No food. Shanny, angry. Shanny, smash. Definitely. I learned nothing. I knew Shanny lies. Yeah. Let's just go with the keep it simple, stupid method of wrapping up a Shanny stream, which is, if Shanny's mouth is moving, there's a lie coming out. Okay, guys. We have been on for almost 4 hours. I'm cutting it here because Shanny's just going to keep repeating the same bullshit. All this conviction that she had during these videos completely went out the window the minute that she was back in the house and she was able to get that baby carrot dick. So I think it was just the fact that she wasn't able to get that mild nocturnal activity that she craves. So we're going to call it here. We're going to move on to our musical number, which is brought to you today by the Burnt Toast. By the wonderful Burnt Toast. Again, if you would like to find any of the channels of the videos that were used in today's stream, you can go down in the description below. I am also monetized now, so you can join as a channel member. And again, if you would like to join the hallowed halls of Fuck Around and Find Out University, you'll find a link in the pinned chat, and I'll probably put it in the description below after the video, because I forgot to put it in at the beginning of the stream. But if you would like to join the hallowed halls of Fuck Around and Find Out University, you are more than welcome to join. If you, however, are someone who's going to come in and troll, and you come in under your actual fucking screen name, I'm going to fuck around with you. So just be prepared for that. If you like the stream, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like the stream, downvote the shit out of it. You're adults. You can decide what you want to do with your own votes. I have been the Shaw of Thirst. You have been my favorite thirst quenchers. And I will see you the next time that I decide to stream, which we never know is going to be. So it's always a surprise. You guys have a fantastic night. I had fun. I hope you did too. And I'll see you next time. Bye!
Dudes, how you doing? I sometimes have a problem with saying stuff before I think about it. I feel like fucking Ken, you know? He is the chain breaker. Well, he should be flattering you. Get flat earthing you. Ah! Cat piss. Breaker. Ah! Cat piss. Breaker. Ah! Cat piss. Breaker. And fucking give me money. That's a fucking beautiful cocksucker song. It's beautiful. Oh. Ah! Cat piss. Breaker. And fucking give me money. Ah! Cat piss. Breaker. The bra, and I smelt them. I did. And fucking give me money. That's a fucking beautiful cocksucker song. It's beautiful. Oh. Ah! Cat piss. Breaker. Fucking give me money. Ah! Cat piss. Breaker. And fucking give me money. The bra, and I smelt them. I did.
when you can wear one part of my bra as a hat.
Ah! Cat piss. Breaker. And fucking give me money. Ah! Cat piss. Breaker. Ah! Cat piss. Breaker. And fucking give me money. Ah! Cat piss. Breaker. And fucking give me money. Ah! Cat piss. Breaker. And fucking give me money. I cat piss. Breaker. And fucking give me money. The bra, and I smelt them. I did. And fucking give me money. That's a fucking beautiful cocksucker song. It's beautiful. Oh.
The bra, and I smelt them. I did.
Cat piss. Oh. That's a fucking beautiful cocksucker song. It's beautiful.